Okay.
Yeah, everything's rolling. We're good to go.
Okay, guys, we have to hurry because I have to get home
Why?
to my husband.
Insane.
I'm married, guys.
This is the
Congrats,
first
Rem.
you're seeing of Mrs. Remi Ashton.
This is the first time I've left my house since the wedding, and also the first time I'm not fully horizontal.
Yeah, I honestly thought you were
It's
working.
really true.
You were
Just
working
90
best
degrees.
Yeah, no, and like with the full pillows up, keeping me upright right now.
Were you hungover or honestly just like exhausted from like all that?
I mean, I didn't get drunk, so as far as I know, I don't think I got drunk.
Oh, you did it on your wedding night.
That's good though.
Ooh.
I did. I got drunk, but it was just a slight tipsy, and then I kept stopping myself from drinking because I didn't eat enough, and I was like, I want to make sure I don't throw up.
And you also want to like remember
so I'm just
it too.
I think it's just a physical hangover in a way. You know, I'm just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm
Goes by
tired.
so fast, and drinking on top of it, they say it goes even faster.
Yeah.
We were sober too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were-
yeah,
I was
yeah.
You
not
guys were in
sober.
solidarity with us.
Oh man.
Yeah,
no.
right.
Nice.
Oh, also, a random TikTok went not even viral. It had like 800 likes that I caught, and I sent it to Zane. I was like, busted. Completely busted.
I was like, what is this? I click on it. It's me from rehearsal dinner night, just dancing in a cage
in a club,
in a bar.
in a cage with money. I'm like, what the? When did this happen?
My heart dropped when he said busted. I saw just a dark TikTok with a red glow. I was like, oh
Also,
God, what's this?
We weren't supposed to give out our location, yet you are dancing on stage at a small bar in Santa Barbara.
On stage.
I
on
wasn't-
stage.
The night before the
I think
wedding.
there was,
But
like,
you would-
money. I think you were like putting money in your like.
I don't. But
pants or
here's the
something,
thing:
too.
you would think that
Busted.
you would think that somebody around me. We were out with like 10, 15 other people. You didn't think one person was like, not a good idea, Zane.
Hey, that's what
get down.
happens when none of us are there.
It's true.
You know what?
I heard you
Abigail
were-
was there. She should have pulled me down.
I heard there was a whole convo of people being like, "Oh, are you here for Remi's wedding?" And you were just like smiling like SpongeBob, like, but didn't say no. And then it's just like you're just like, what?
You probably didn't know what to say.
You didn't practice.
I didn't
You
practice, but like, yeah, I don't know.
You had fun.
I
about that
honestly didn't
TikTok.
think at that point it like really mattered. I didn't think it mattered.
I think I saw that on the wedding morning while getting ready, and I was like,
It
God
wasn't in our
damn
group
it,
chat.
Zane.
So funny.
Because also, like, Santa Barbara's so small. It wasn't LA.
Yeah.
It wasn't Vegas. It was Santa Barbara.
Well, we have a very,
Yeah.
very important episode for you guys today.
And finally, we've been keeping this a secret for months.
The hardest
Months.
secret to keep.
Hard as.
Thank you for letting me hold this secret deep to my heart.
Thank
and
you for
trusting me.
entrusting me. Anyway, all right, go. Hit it.
I'm Zane. I'm Heath.
I'm Remi. I'm Alicia.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Basically Unfiltered. I'm married.
She's Mrs.
Sorry,
Remi
I'm being
Ashton.
annoying.
No, that was
You
fun.
have every right to
That
own
was
it.
Thank you.
fun.
I'm Remi. I'm Mrs. Remi Ashton.
She's Mrs. Remi Ashton. I'm Alicia.
I'm Mr. Hijazi.
And I'm Heath.
Nice.
How y'all doing?
Welcome back to Basically Unfiltered. Thank you for coming back.
This is
The story
the
of
Remi
girl.
and Cal recap episode.
Yeah. And it's go ahead, maid of honor. Take it away.
I was just gonna say, while that was happening on stage, we were bearing a wiener.
We did.
Excuse
we
me?
did. Well, first off, you were throwing a lizard off the grass area.
But you're also
what
burying
did
a
I
hot
miss?
dog.
I'll give you a little sneak peek and then we'll jump back to the beginning. But the night before the wedding, Cal and I decided to not spend the night together.
Yep.
So he went to a hotel, but I didn't want to be alone. So Alicia, my maid of honor, and Kay, my matron of honor, spent the night with me and we did a little sleepover. We made TikToks. We put the bows on the dog harnesses. I wrote some letters. And then there is this old wives' tale that if you bury a sausage the night
Okay.
before your wedding, you'll have beautiful weather. Granted, the forecast looked gorgeous as it was, but we weren't gonna ruin it.
Yeah, we're not gonna risk
So
that.
But you also
we-
wanted to be another proof
we wanted a TikTok.
Okay. See, it worked, guys.
But also, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it could have rained overnight, and it didn't. And so I brought a shovel from home, and I bought some Oscar Mayer wieners, and we buried a hot dog in the backyard. And I'm hoping the Airbnb host does not see that video because we left it there.
When I was editing the vlog, I was like, what if she's still there?
You know what? The dogs didn't even sniff it up, so I think it's fine.
Was it a hot dog or was it a sausage?
I mean,
to me, it's different.
In my head, a hot dog is a version of sausage, so I went because I like hot dogs more. So I got a
I will say I see them different too.
Yeah, like to me,
But a sausage.
Aren't they the same thing?
Like a sausage.
the sausage is a
But
sausage.
you know
A
what?
hot dog is
In
a
the
hot
end,
dog.
we had good weather. That's all
It
that
did.
matters.
It was perfect
was
weather.
amazing
It was
weather.
perfect
If you posted
weather.
that TikTok and it was terrible weather, everybody would have been like, "That's a hot dog, Remi, not a sausage. That's why you got bad weather." Could see it already.
You don't know what a sausage is?
Yeah.
I thought that a hot dog was a kind of sausage.
You know
Is
what?
it not?
It is.
I
It
trust-
is. But,
I trust you over us, so I'm sure it is.
yeah. All
Either
right.
way, some dog that comes to that Airbnb is going to be
very
very happy.
Tearing up that ground, trying to get to it.
Okay. All right, Mrs. Remi Parson Cruz Ashton.
Yes. That's
Tell
it.
us the day that you're driving up. How'd that go?
Oh, the day that we drove up, honestly, overall, I had a wonderful experience. I will say throughout the whole weekend, it didn't feel real. And I was kind of freaking out and like freaking out with myself and also kind of like mad at myself because I kept waiting for it to feel real and it didn't. And I was getting really upset because I was like, oh my God, you're just going to have regrets. You're going to have regrets. Like lock in. I was really upset with myself the whole time. I never locked in, unfortunately. It never happened. But I will say,
I feel like I would be the same way. Like I just wouldn't
crazy.
lock in until
You
the
also
second.
can't force
I'm-
that. Like it's worse when you're like,
Yeah.
try. Like you
Yeah.
can't, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody has different experiences. I think also because, look, the wedding went off perfectly, you guys. It was
Good.
beautiful. It was amazing. As far as I know, things happened, I'm sure, but my planner and I are going to have like a full debrief and like we're going to sit down. I'm going to hear all the drama that happened
that's
behind the scenes. But to my knowledge, and he did his job, shout out to Jason.
He was the
You are
cutest thing in the world.
amazing.
He fucking killed it.
He
and,
killed
and he
it.
was hilarious.
Oh.
It's
So
literally
good.
stand-up comedian.
Right?
Comedian.
No,
Sit down, comedian.
Sit down comedian.
Because he was riding around in
He's
that
amazing. And like he literally, like from the get-go, he told me when we met years ago, he was like, look, my job, like I'm the type of planner where things are going to go wrong and you will never even know about it. And that's what I wanted. But I really had a lot of stress and struggle trying to lock in the whole time because I was like, I want to remember all of this, but I'm feeling so out of body the whole time. But I will say, and if any brides or grooms or people are getting married are listening, whether you are a content creator or not, get a photographer, whether you want it to be the nicest, craziest, most expensive photographer or just whatever, like any level, photographer and videographer.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I got that because there are so many things that I missed / also things that I was there for that I just don't remember, not because I was drunk, but because I was blacked
much
out the
going on.
entire time and
Yeah.
so overwhelmed.
like a sober blackout,
Oh
just
my
like
God, yes.
not knowing. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was there and I was not drunk.
For 3 days
was a little
after,
bit, but
we
not
just
drunk
like
drunk.
looked through photos and
Yes.
videos, just reliving it. So
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like you're seeing things from different angles and different perspectives from like other guests.
Yes.
You're like, it's totally different.
Heath and I
think-
were giggling at the team, just like they're all moving the same exact way. Like in a group, one had the iPhone vertical, one had the iPhone
Yes.
horizontal, one had the camera, another person had like a. It just seemed like they
was
were
crazy.
like a machine, like going at the
But
same
you know
time,
what's
going
also
up and
really
down the
crazy
aisle.
too about that is they're different. Like a lot of them have not worked together before.
Yeah.
Like you pick your
Oh,
photographer.
they weren't part of the same team?
No.
That's great.
I picked a videographer. I picked a photographer. I picked
Wow.
a social media content person to help me out with that because I didn't want anybody in my party to have to be working on the wedding day. I wanted them
Good.
to actually enjoy. But again, anybody listening, I think it's so worth it to cut back on florals, cut back on decor, cut back on like the nicest
I
silverware,
agree.
whatever it is, and invest in photography and videography because
Yep.
and
It's
I
the most
will say,
important.
when we were taking photos at the wedding, I was miserable. I was overwhelmed. I was overstimulated. I felt like I was going to pass out. I've never been so happy than when I got that link to those photos.
Yeah.
It was so worth it. So it was amazing overall.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? I completely forgot. Sorry.
You're talking about just
This one's worth it.
the content, getting content at your thing and saving money.
My favorite moment of the entire weekend, other than Mary and Cal, was when Zane was looking at my whole like video photo team and goes, "There's Remi's vlogs, and there's Remi's reels, and that's Remi's TikToks, and that's Remi's Patreon right there." Because there literally was a whole paparazzi crew following us around the entire weekend.
No, it was crazy because the day of the rehearsal, we kept seeing cameras everywhere. We're like, oh my god, because you normally don't see that at like a wedding. It's just like it's so crazy the times we live in right now.
I know.
Where you just see cameras everywhere. But it's like in the end of the day, when you look back at shit, you're gonna see it as, because you don't see other camera people in your shot. It's just like having a team.
Fly on the wall. And
Yeah, it's like a fly on the wall.
Quite
Not a phone in
literally.
sight.
Quite literally. It also, like, the first time we went up and like had the photographers and everybody there was at the rehearsal dinner, which everybody was there for, which was so much fun. And that was so uncomfortable. Like, Cal and I are not PDA people, so already they're like, kiss. They're like, like, be here. We were like so uncomfortable. By the time we got to the wedding, we were just like not even paying attention at all, and it gets so much more natural after that.
Yeah, but Heath and I, we were working all of it because I remember, because Heath and I are not like public filmers. Like,
No.
we hate
Yeah,
it.
you guys
I cannot wait for. First of all,
We killed it.
you both are going to be so proud of us for this Patreon vlog.
Be careful.
Low expectations.
No, we put ourselves out there.
You
We
are going to
really-
be blown away, and I want to watch it with both of you in the room together, so we
we'll
can
have a
all.
viewing
Wait,
party.
Heath, she just scared me. What if it's like not?
No. I meant like.
I'm like thinking like, did we kill it?
No,
Wait.
I forgot to turn it on the whole time.
Well, you guys
press
got
record.
like 7 hours of raw footage from the weekend, right? Someone told me that.
I thought I was doing something like helping them out, getting a few clips, being like, "You're welcome." Now knowing that was only probably 10
That was a
minutes
drop in the
out
bucket.
of the 7
We still need
hours.
it though, because your shot looks really good. Your shots at the
you.
camera.
Oh, I cannot wait to watch. What was the wedding like for all of you guys from your POVs?
Okay, do you want to start with the wedding, or do you want like the day before too? Because
I
feel
want
like
all
there's
of it.
so much.
I want a full debrief.
There's so much. Okay, so we'll start with the drive up. Zane and myself and Mariah drove up together. So we get there.
Carpool.
We get to the hotel. We're getting like checked in. Everything is good. And then we already.
Oh my god! Remember when I got into my room?
Oh yes, I forgot about
Wait,
that.
so you guys went up on Friday, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Friday.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
We
got in
We
at,
drove
like,
up on
5
Friday.
o'clock.
Yeah, it was like it was crunch time. We're like, fuck, we don't want to be late to this dinner you were so nice enough to invite us, because we knew it was like family and close people. So we pull up and we're like, oh shit, we got to get ready. We got to get dressed. We get to our rooms. I walk in and it looked like someone was living in there. I go into my hotel room. I'm like, oh my god! And I pulled out my phone immediately because I was gonna send it to Heath and Mariah. I was like, I think someone's.
I thought he got into the wrong room.
And
I was
I go-
like, why are you in there?
And I close the door again. I run my card just to run it again, and it opens. I'm like, what the fuck? I think, hello, and nobody was in there. But it was like I think someone just left the room. They just like checked out, and I check in immediately after. I was like, oh my god!
Oh,
but
they
I
just
have a
left you
feeling
really
that they
late.
gave me the wrong room, because
I
as soon
think-
as they switched me, my room was literally identical to his right on top
I think
of
they
his.
gave him like they accidentally like programmed his card to the wrong room number.
Because I think I had a room.
It
a
was
different
somebody
room.
else's
Yeah,
room.
it was someone else's room.
Wait, that's really funny.
Yeah, someone immediately, when I called it in, they're like, I think they saw my
Yes.
room was like on. They're like, oh, he's not supposed to be in there, and immediately came up.
I'm like,
my
I've
God.
actually never heard of that happening.
No.
No, me too. That's why I was
as
like,
much
oh
as
my
we,
god,
like-
cool.
It's
Yeah.
also what's crazy is it also happened to Matt one time, and he walked in on a couple
Yes.
in their room and was just like,
Like,
"Am I in the
walked
wrong room, or are you guys in my
it was
room?"
bad. Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Well, I apologize for that.
No. Now you're. Oh my
No.
god. Now you're. To me, it was an experience. I'm like, oh, cool. And then
Zane's like checking the drawers to see if
yeah.
Double
But no,
Is that where you got that
thing
watch? You stole it?
yeah.
Oh, you mean this one?
Go Zane.
Well, I just.
The watch.
We'll get to the watch. We'll get to the watch because we want to go in timely fashion,
I forgot to.
timely order.
I also just
Timely.
realized you asked me what day I went up. So we went up Wednesday. We like settled into our Airbnb. I wanted to get there extra early because I had a lot of stuff that I had to do. Like I had to pack all the welcome bags. Like I wanted to do all of that. And then also I really wanted to go to the venue because I wanted to personally stuff the claw machine that Cal and I
Yes.
decorated. So that's why we extra
Oh,
went up early.
cool.
So that was partially as to why. And then we just we did a venue tour because I didn't vlog the venue when we toured it. And I hadn't been back to the venue since the first day we went in July or August, whenever that was. And then we just hung out, went to bed, and then now it's Friday. But that
Cool,
was
cool.
my
Oh,
day.
okay.
Not much happened at all.
Oh, and then we
Got ready.
got ready quick. I head down to Heath and Mariah's room like, we ready to go? Let's go, baby. Let's party. And then Heath goes,
I go up without me. He's like, what's wrong? I know we've already talked about it. We've already gone through everything, and you guys are aware. But we did have a little dress mishap, a little situation. But we got it all squared away. We got it figured out. Everything was good. We ended up making it up to the dinner.
You were right on
and-
time. I didn't even notice. Yeah.
And that's how we do it around here. You
but
know?
I felt so bad. I was like, in my head, I was like, I know she only brought 2 dresses. I was like, fuck.
That and then the one for the next day for the wedding.
Yeah.
But stuff happens. You got to pivot, right? You got to be quick on your feet. You got to
Yeah.
be able to figure it out.
Adapt.
But it's crazy.
Adapt, overcome.
The moment I found that, or I was going upstairs, in my head, I was like, Alicia just told me a week ago that she always brings back up dresses.
And I did.
And
I
you
just felt like it probably
did.
didn't fit her because
No,
she's
she
so
said they
small.
were really nice, but they were you need specific undergarments because
Oh.
they're sexy
See-
dresses. You know what I mean?
see-through, those
Now I know
so she was
Brad.
I just don't have the right stuff to wear under these. So she was
Yeah.
Oh,
You just,
She
you
was
just
very
see, you just
grateful
see
that you-
aloe.
Thank you.
Aloe.
like a sports bra.
But yeah, we get up there. It was. I felt very anxious because it was we're meeting all your family, Cal's family. I felt like it's my wedding weekend too. I was like, got to meet all the family. Yeah. But yeah, it was really beautiful. We got to say hi to your mom and your dad for the first time. That was really fun. Met Cal's parents, his brothers and sisters.
both of their speeches, his sister and Shane's speech,
Oh, my-
were phenomenal.
So
I had to
So
film my
sweet.
reaction. I was just so fucking jealous. I was like, why can't I just talk like that?
They're both
I can't
such good
either.
public
I
speakers.
know.
Insane
I
pu-
can't either.
She was just the way she was delivering her lines and the comedy and then the
It was
pause.
so good.
Is she an actress?
The ad
Like-
libs. She does socials for the PGA. She's she's very good. at being
Oh,
on
okay. I was
camera.
like, because she's
No,
good.
she was
She's good.
amazing.
Sick. Okay.
It was so for you guys who don't know, on Friday before the wedding, Cal and I chose to do a rehearsal dinner where we had my family, Cal's family, and then my bridal party, Cal's groom's party, and then also we wanted to invite a few
Us.
extra people. Well, you guys and a few other people that are just really close to us and special because I feel like that is the time. I now understand. I always knew, but understanding how little of time you get with people throughout the whole
Yeah.
weekend, and so it was just a really fun time to have more intimate conversations with people that we're closer to. So we had a dinner on the rooftop with these amazing past appetizers. They were
No.
so
The
delicious.
purple deviled eggs.
The deviled egg.
Oh,
I didn't get
I've been
one.
craving. Bitch, I'll make them for
It
you.
made me.
Okay.
It literally made me seize up. Sorry.
It was. We got them at the restaurant. So it's the Kimpton Canary in Santa Barbara. We got them at the restaurant because they sell them there, as at the brunch dinner thingy. And when we got them, I was like, oh my God. And they had them on the list to bring to the menu. And I was like, is this a horrible idea? Because deviled eggs are kind of
beautiful idea.
gross. Thinking about what it might do to the body later, for
Just
everyone.
people taking shots in eggs.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was, the breath and
I didn't even think about that.
I did not care. They were so
Nope.
delicious. They
Yeah.
were pickled in shallot pickled juice, and they're purple. And
That's
then they
what it
had
was.
a little pork belly on
The
top.
pork belly was perfect.
Like a candied pork belly. So we had that. We had dinner that was really yummy. And then we had speeches. Shane gave a speech, my brother. Abby, his sister, gave a speech. And then we just it transitioned into welcome party. We all got to see everyone. It
Yeah.
was so cute.
By the way, your brother is awesome.
Yeah,
Love
Shane's the
him.
best.
Why have I been hiding him from us this entire
I
time?
haven't been. I talk about him all the time.
We're-
He's so cool.
He sees
Yeah.
you guys.
He's
he edits
so
vlogs.
cool.
He knows you guys. Yeah, he edits the vlog.
No, and I don't know why I didn't picture him. I just pictured him something.
Just
Yeah,
the
it's
guy.
so weird because he's cool and
I know you have never met. You're so fucking lame. No, he's really cool. He's so
Yeah.
sweet. He's such a good guy.
I wanted to be our friend.
he just
he can hang out. If you
Yeah,
want.
it's just
he loved you guys.
He gets it. He's just immediately on the same page as us. It just felt like we'd known him. The second we met him, it was just yo, good to see you. How are you? It was very I don't know. It just felt so natural.
He also looks like somebody I know. like that I've seen before too. I
You watched my vlog?
I think that helped. No, I've never seen him in your vlog.
I've never seen your vlog.
No, but like he looks like someone I've met in my I
in a
know
past
him.
life.
It's crazy. Like I know him.
He's very sweet. I love
Yeah.
him so much. And he's just like a great, honestly, this weekend I realized how much I already knew I love my family, but I'm like, oh, they're like fun. They're cool. I like
Yeah.
them a lot.
Yeah, everybody was great. Your
I
dad
never really
was
thought
great
I liked
too.
my family, but I
I
guess
like
that's
them. I was
right.
like, wait, you were fun. We should do more social stuff like this.
And your dad's like a straight up G.
He's
I
just-
love
straight
him.
boss.
I loved that clip of you telling him that he looks like he's the head of the cartel.
Oh, 100%. If he came up and like he threatened me, I'd be like, oh, yep, absolutely. Nope, no
Yeah.
question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. You
But
don't
he's
want
like
to
a
fuck
teddy
with him.
bear, though. He's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a mean bone in his
He's got
body.
such a good head of hair.
I
So jealous. Man,
it's
is
just,
it a
it's
nice.
just not fair. We immediately had to put these hats on.
I couldn't wait for the after party to get a hat to cover my. I was like,
merch
here
hats.
we go, baby.
Cal's parents are always so funny because when they met my parents for the first time, they're like, "Are you kidding me?" Because they're just like, "You look so young," and they always bring it up all the time. It's so funny. They like have this inside joke between the four of them always, which is really cute.
That's really sweet.
But
Oh, wait, you got to meet the matron of honor.
Kaylee,
wait,
Both of you did.
yes.
Both of you did, no?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
our
went
first
to the
time
bathroom.
meeting her
Yeah, our
was
first time meeting her,
interesting.
it was what a lovely way to meet.
no, you've met her because she came to my birthday party.
Yes, but like this one, it just felt a little bit more intimate.
Yes, understand. I believe
no,
that actually.
you don't understand. So there's two bathrooms, and they're across from each other. One had the lock, and it was like
It
it
said,
had, like,
it
the
said red. It was like occupied.
The other one, vacant.
Vacant.
Green. Green means go. So Zane and I were like, both had to go to the bathroom. I had to go a little bit more than him, so he was like, "All right, we'll just go in together." We were in the middle of a conversation.
It was a
we were
bathroom where it
talking.
had a urinal and a toilet.
We
So we're like,
didn't-
oh, let's just
okay.
both do number one at the
girly-
same
girly
time.
pop
And also,
numbers.
we were having a good time.
Ones.
We didn't want to stop the conversation.
If you're a guy listening, you'd understand. Yeah.
So we're standing there and we're in the middle of talking. So we're like this, and the bathroom door is right here. So we're talking. I'm like, oh yeah. So we're talking, and I open the door, and
we're
I've
still
got
talking.
it open, but I'm still talking. We're like, all right, we're just having a conversation. We didn't go in yet. We just got the door open. All of a sudden,
Wide
boom,
open.
and it's pushed shut.
And we're like,
I was like, was
What?
somebody?
no, but it was almost like a weird fight. We opened it again, but we didn't understand.
Yes,
we thought it was like the
pushing
hinges.
back. I'm like, what is going
So
on?
I open it and I lock eyes with Kaylee. And I'm like, oh my god, this girl. So the door is
Poor
far from the toilet, right?
Yeah, it's
far.
like here to the
it was
wall.
so
This girl had to poor thing was her dress around
waddling.
her ankles. Like
Why did she just yell? Why did she
I
just
know. I don't know. She
yell?
didn't say it. Like somebody's in
someone's in
here.
I think she was just so shocked that it was two guys walking at the same time.
And, like,
I don't think she could believe it. Like, this is the moment that I've been fearing. Where she probably knew that. Like, she's probably on the toilet and in her head was like, "Fuck, I forgot to lock it." But I'll be fine. I'll be quick.
I'll be quick.
Two
like-
guys.
My favorite part is the holding the door open, continuing the conversation.
Yes.
For like 3 minutes.
Crazy.
That's so. She
That's
should have yelled. She
That's
should
weirdly
have.
one of my like fears. But like someone walking in on me. I love a deadbolt. What?
Sorry.
when she confronted you after.
No. It was reminding me. I don't know if we said it on this show or the other show. This reminds me of the time where that comedian was talking about
Oh,
like the
yes,
worst way to
mid-
get caught
mid-wipe.
is mid-wipe.
Were you like,
That's
It just
right.
reminded me of that. Like, what a
Checking
the
it
most
right
terrible
now.
way to get
Checking
caught.
like looking at your poop on the paper? You're like,
Disgusting.
It's crazy, but
so
it's such a
vulnerable.
relatable thing. It's like that is a wild moment to get caught.
No, it's vulnerable,
Continue,
which is why
sorry.
it's like weirdly one of my like fear,
What if
fear.
fucking-
If even if it has the button lock, I don't trust it. I don't trust it,
Yeah,
and I more get secondhand embarrassment.
Oh,
Like it's not even like me. Like I don't even care that much that it's me. It's that it's just awkward.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
like I honestly feel bad for somebody,
Yes.
them too. When they
Yes.
walk in on me, I feel bad for them that they just have to.
it's just all around bad.
oh,
Yeah.
I think I was in the second grade. I was on a Girl Scout troop Girl Scout troop trip
You got
to the Queen Mary, and I was in the
That's about to
bathroom.
start.
I was in the bathroom, and a lady walked in the stall on me. I was like 8. That stays with you forever. I
Yes, it
still can
does.
tap into that embarrassment
does.
if I think hard enough about it. I really can.
So mine is like that too from my childhood, but growing up and going to like summer camp with a bunch of boys,
They're terrible.
climb the stall and they look over.
Oh my god!
So like they'll stand on the toilet and the one next to you and like literally climb over and lean over the stall and point at you and be like, "You're pooping."
And this shit goes on way past middles. Like this goes on for a long time. Fucking boys do this shit.
Boys are the
Terrible.
worst. The boys terrify me.
Awful.
Actually, sometimes I do that when I'm really fucked up and we're like at a bar. And I'll be like,
Pooping.
hi, but no, it's
are you
only my
doing?
friends, not someone I don't know.
Yeah, but how
You
many
better be
times?
careful. You never know.
You never know. I'm sure there's been
The
times
wrong
you like,
stall.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
then the
know, I
worst,
know.
like they'll push you from behind, like when you're at the urinal.
Oh,
my
terrible.
God.
So
What?
then
Related.
you either let go and it gets all over your shirt and your clothes,
Yeah.
or you slam your forehead.
Oh my god!
So you just have to
And
take
same-
There's
and
nothing
your
you can do.
Your pee hits the edge of the.
There's nothing you can do but
It's
either
disgusting.
take it, like hit your face on the wall or like the toilet right in front of you, or you piss all over yourself.
Yo, you piss all over. You piss all over.
Girls
Everywhere.
would literally never.
Everywhere.
We do our business in private and then respect
Oh,
one another.
but wait. So listen to this. So afterwards, she came up to Zane and like confronted him about it, and like.
Oh, I played
he
dumb.
felt-
I pretend I just
he
walked
felt
up.
so uncomfortable. Like he felt bad. He didn't want like her to be
Yeah.
embarrassed or like to be like. So he tried to play it off like he didn't see or like wasn't.
No,
it.
here, let me tell you what I did. Immediately before she came out, I ran into the party and started walking to like time it right. Where as she's getting out, I'm walking up like, oh, I need to use it. But
Oh,
she
no.
immediately goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, sorry for what? And she's like, you walked in. I was like, no, I didn't. And then but as I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh my God, she saw
She's
me.
like,
She literally
yes, you
saw me
did.
walk.
This is coming back to me now because I remember she told me, but I could not remember what she said. She said, Zane kept gaslighting me. That's what she said to me.
I was trying to not make her feel bad because you know how like
No, I
I did
didn't.
hear her
That's
say
very
that.
sweet, but she also was laughing. Like
She
she's
hates-
totally.
I feel
She's
like
the
she's
best
one of-
person that could happen
Oh,
to.
damn. I
was
She
just gonna
laughs
say
at
that.
everything. I promise.
did-
She's not.
you know
no
what?
serious bones in her body.
I lied to her and I gaslit her.
You
Made her
did.
feel
You did.
crazy.
And now she's gonna be
Apologize.
like, damn, yeah, I met him. He is a gaslighter.
She's like, he's a pathological liar.
And he's a creep. And he's a creep. He
pervert.
literally,
He's a pervert and a pathological liar.
literally, as I was trying to close the door, he opens the
And he kept
door,
pushing.
hits my nose,
barging in,
dresses around my ankles.
and then
I felt
tells me he
violated.
didn't.
her husband comes up and decks you in the face.
Yeah, and she
A
has a
little
husband.
drama.
Unbelievable.
A little drama.
Drama.
Love her husband,
Drama the
though.
whole
Drama.
weekend.
He
though.
is
We needed it.
the best.
So funny.
He is the
Oh,
best.
yeah, he was great.
Great pick for having him marry you guys.
Thank you.
He did
So
really
good.
good.
He actually technically wasn't our first pick, and he's aware of this too.
Oh.
Technically, my first pick was my aunt. But
Oh.
actually, no. Wait, I take that back. He was our first pick because Cal and I were sitting down. We're like, who would be serious but also like be funny? In case you guys didn't know, my best friend's husband, he's not only an attorney, he also runs a stand-up comedy business. So he's like super funny,
cool.
but he's also like very smart.
serious.
And yeah, it could be very serious. And so we sat Kay down and we were like, oh my God, we want Phil to marry us. And she's like, what? What? Really? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, no, like we think he'd be perfect. And like we're close to him, but not too close where he'll be like sobbing
Right.
the whole
They
time.
didn't get the vision.
And she
Wow,
didn't get the
just-
vision. And
just
she was like, well, what
say you
about
don't want me,
what
Rem.
about Auntie? And she goes, what about Auntie? Because obviously she knows my
Yeah.
whole family. And we were like, oh my God, wait, we should ask Auntie, my aunt, obviously. And so then we were like, okay, we'll ask her. And then she called me about a month or two later and was like, hi, I love you so much and I want to do this for you, but I am so aware I'm going to ruin your whole wedding. She's like, I just keep thinking about it and I start sobbing. She's like, I don't think I'll be able to do it. She's
Oh,
like,
like she's just gonna cry.
yeah,
the whole
she's like,
time.
she's like, I think
Yeah.
about you in your dress, and I start crying. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, totally no worries. Then we asked Phil. Phil was so excited to do it. Phil crushed it, and it worked out because my aunt was hysterical
And
the
she's so
whole time.
soft-spoken, so like I get it, and
Yeah.
the like anxiety of like not wanting to mess it up.
Yes, she was so nervous. She was like, I've been having nightmares every night. She's like, I don't want to make it about me, but like I just want you to have the best wedding possible. So appreciated the
good call on her
honesty.
part,
Yes,
yeah.
and it all worked out great. And Phil absolutely crushed it.
I didn't know that there was female officiants. I've never seen one. Like a female. I can't
think
even
it kinda
imagine a
doesn't-
female officiant up there.
Doesn't matter, but I guess I haven't seen one.
Yeah,
either.
every wedding that I've ever seen, just like either pictures or movies or.
I saw one.
Oh, I know someone who was a female who just did
Yeah.
it. You definitely can.
Is it just not traditional that it's usually guys?
I mean, it
What
just
is
doesn't-
it?
Either or.
Oh, okay.
One wedding I went to, it was Mariah's like hometown friend. We went to their wedding, and they had the officiant, and her name was Candy Cane.
Cute.
Candy cane.
Actual name. She was so
Sounds like
good.
a
She was
stripper
really
name.
funny.
Oh,
Super
Candy
sweet.
Cane.
Wait, her name is Candy Cane.
Candy Cane.
Like on her birth certificate.
Her last name was Kane.
like-
what?
They named her Candy.
Kaylee's mom's name is Barbie Doll.
Wait, really?
Barbie.
Yeah.
Last name Doll.
Yeah, her name's Barbie, and then her last name is Dahl. Barbie Doll.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
It's
fun.
cute.
That's
It's
cool.
Cute. Yeah.
That's really cool. But I get what she was saying. No, like I have that same feel. My buddy Austin from back home, like a childhood best friend, asked me to marry him at the end of this year. And I said yes, but I told him, I was like, heads up, dude, like I'm going to be a wreck. Like I'm going to really try my best, but like if I can't get it together, like I'm really sorry. Like, cause I'm like insanely emotional.
I'm warning
Yeah,
you.
like,
It's not on me.
definitely.
That's all you have to do. You have to give a
Yeah.
warning.
Yeah. So I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Like it is tough.
And it also like it would just suck too because like people that are there that don't know that you're close with
Yeah.
Austin, they're just gonna like I don't want them to feel like this is very unprofessional of him. Like why would they hire him if he's gonna?
This guy's
Why would they
weird.
hire him?
Why would they have him if he's gonna cry?
is this guy?
They're like, who is this guy?
I hope they get a refund on this
Oh,
guy.
You'll have to definitely make some sort of announcement that you're his best friend or
Yeah.
something. Just
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to.
Well, you could put that in your speech. Be like, we grew up together. Like this means so much. I apologize if I get emotional.
That's a great start. You're perfect.
yes.
Yeah. Or you just go, I have no idea who this guy is, but
Yeah.
this is my first time officiating.
looks so cute.
It's a lot to ask of someone. It really, really
It is. It's a
is.
big task.
Especially since I'm not already ordained. Now I got to go to school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or they could
now
go to
I'm
the
taking
courthouse.
classes.
You know?
No, it's super easy to like get it, but
Are you doing Universal Life Church?
I don't know yet.
Okay. That's what
Not
Phil's in.
sure.
Check her out.
Universal Life Church? What is that? Is that here?
It's like I think it's an online thing that you can do to get
To
ordained.
get ordained.
Okay.
It's all online.
Slay King.
But you know what's really cool? Once you do that, like let's say you go to a wedding and like the officiant, slept through his alarm, he didn't make it. Boom, you step in. I can do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is pretty
It's
cool.
pretty cool flex to have that and being
Okay.
CPR certified.
Is it like for life?
That and being CPR.
I think they're pretty cool.
When you're ordained once, like, do you have to like?
I don't think
keep
you have
up
to
with
renew it.
I think you could just do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. One
think,
and
yeah.
done.
I don't know if you just said this. Were you saying that he should come in like the officiant backed out? And you
No,
came
she's
No, I'm
in-
saying
saying
it's just
if he
cool that I
happens to go,
could.
let's say that Alicia is getting married
Yeah.
and her officiant, if something happened and they can't make it. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to say a horrible hypothetical situation.
yeah.
And then he got his head cut
That's what I'm
off on
saying.
his
I'm like,
way
he slept
over.
through his alarm. He had a severe allergic reaction. He had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But who's going to marry them? Oh my God. Well, Heath can. Like, what a great
Yeah.
skill to have.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when you're, on a flight and they're like, we need a doctor, and then there's
Exactly.
like, I'm
An officiant
here.
on the plane.
I'm an officiant.
I
I'm
will
gonna marry
say
them
my
right now.
planner is certified in
Oh.
case something were to happen
Wait,
like that.
him
That's
with the scooter
good.
would have been iconic.
Can you imagine? And like, you know how they
So
want you to
funny.
get out of the photo?
Yeah, it's like
he's reverse.
I got so many videos of him just like doing his thing in the.
We have a video of
Guys.
him driving in the center of the polo field. In the middle
Remi.
of nothing.
Damn, I was gonna
just
surprise her that.
moving.
I was gonna put that in the end.
He is
Such a good
I'm
video.
putting I'm making like a
Okay,
title.
end credits. Oh
End
my God, I'm
credits
obsessed.
with him
So
in the
good.
middle of the polo field.
He is actually a star. It's actually crazy. And he texted me today. He was like, isn't it crazy today as we speak, which the wedding was 3 days ago now at this point. He goes, isn't it crazy that I got out of the hospital 2 weeks to the day?
Pretty insane though.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Insane.
But also, like, I told him, I was like, you should like stay in this. I think like it worked out. I was like, you're faster.
Yeah.
In this like
You
little
get a
motor
chair?
scooter.
Yeah, your feet don't hurt?
You got the basket up front. Like,
Yeah, the
And we're
basket
saying
is
you,
nice.
you might be able to like get your rate higher too and say that like I kill it and I'm in this wheelchair.
yeah. It worked.
He was
It
doing.
worked.
We were saying he's faster in this wheelchair than I think when he was walking.
Oh, you should have seen him driving that
100%.
golf cart.
He
I'd be
had,
like,
he had boosters in his.
He said, turn the governor off. We're doing 50 miles an hour in this little cart.
It was
He
he was doing
was
wheelies and shit.
incredible, you guys. And it really just added like a nice comedic relief to the whole weekend.
did.
It
It
really
did.
did. It
It
did.
made
him
us
like just
smile every
screaming at
time we
But
everybody.
he
He's
also
so
like took
sweet.
it like a like
He did.
He like he loved that people were like, oh
He
my
leaned
god,
into it.
Jason. Like he leaned into it.
He
Yeah.
really like he is such a champ about it. Like he came to my Airbnb quite a few times, and you guys didn't come by, right? It was literally
we didn't
So
see
many
it.
stairs.
It was you had to walk down like 20 giant rock stairs. There was no ramp.
To
there
get
was
to your Airbnb.
yeah, down and up. And he came multiple times. He would bring his wheelchair to the top, get out, crutch down,
Wow.
have his friend bring his wheelchair down, and then he'd wheelchair around.
That was nice.
Oh, I loved when you where you guys were getting married at the wedding day. I was
Patio?
like, it made me so hungry when you had that whole craft stage craft.
Oh, the sandwiches? You saw
Oh
that?
my
Where'd you
god!
see
All the
that?
sweets and the show. I was like, oh
Wait,
my
where?
god!
Where did you see
When
that?
you guys were getting ready for your wedding, you
Yeah.
were at the Airbnb. Like,
Yeah.
How did you see all that? Was that
oh.
online?
it was on. Yeah, I saw it.
Yes.
I
No,
put
can
it
you
in my-
believe that? It was
my thing
gorgeous.
today.
What?
I put it in my
So
get ready
nice.
today.
I meant I saw it today. I saw it today.
I was like, who leaked it? And
No,
who
nobody
am
leaked it.
cutting out
I
of my
saw
life? No,
it
just kidding.
today, and I
I'm
got me
kidding.
so hungry.
No, it looked. The food was
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, I literally
Amazing.
thought we were having like protein bars. I was like, just like, oh, like I should make something, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
when am I ever not going to be shocked by you? I have no idea.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was all Jason.
No, but like even that though, I was just like, oh, we're
you
we're
put a-
having brunch.
Put a protein bar in the goodie bags at the reception or the welcome dinner.
Delicious, right?
It was great.
I ate
It
that
was
when I
great.
was hungover.
Great thing to wake up.
Also, best timing. So, day of the wedding, like for all of the guests that were staying at the hotel, the market that was going on outside of the hotel,
Oh my God, there's one going
Oh,
on.
it was right outside of the hotel.
farmers market. So
That's why I
you
told you
walk
guys
out.
to stay at that hotel. I told you it was the best location.
was awesome.
It was the biggest farmers market I've ever seen, like blocks. So we're walking through,
Picking
there's
strawberries,
fresh
picking
strawberries.
fruit.
This is
Eating
all
all
in the
the
vlog.
testers.
So all
Oh,
in
I
the
can't wait
Patreon
to
vlog,
watch.
you're gonna see it like
I'm so jealous.
so much
Go
fun.
subscribe
so
to our Patreon,
Basically
patreon.com/basically
Unfiltered.
I wonder if
You
that's
have
like
to see
every
it.
weekend. It probably is.
So I think it's just like maybe what they do every Saturday, but it
Wow.
ended up being perfect. So we're walking through the farmers market, hanging out. We go get coffee, we get breakfast sandwiches.
I
We do
love
Also,
it.
we're trying to
State
fit. I
Street.
also, so what Mariah went. Actually, no, we went to that little cafe.
We went to the cafe, so we were going. He needed to get shoes because the last wedding he went to, he let somebody borrow his shoes and they never
it was
swapped
Scott.
back.
We,
Oh, no.
For JC and Kian's or
His feet
JC
were
and Kian's
hurting?
wedding. JC and Chelsea's wedding.
Freudian slip.
We switched shoes because it was his shoes were hurting him and I
Yeah.
was leaving, so let's just switch. And those are the only brown shoes I had, and I didn't realize that until right before we left to the hotel. I was like, "Fuck, I need to get
Yeah.
shoes."
So he
for the
didn't
wedding.
have any. So we're walking, trying to find like shops, tons of shops. And I saw like this sign that kind of had like, it just looked like it had designer names on it. I saw like Gucci, and I was like, oh, it looked like it would be like a kind of like a
Secondhand.
maybe a department, not
Where it had like
department,
just
designer.
wedding stuff.
Right. So I was
Wedding-
like, oh, let's
yeah.
go check in there if they have shoes. It ended up being like a really nice high end like jewelry and watch store.
And I was like,
see where
Heath,
this is
no, let's get out of
going.
here. No,
I
no.
see where
So-
this
so
is
And I
walked
see
going.
it.
Heath.
Stop,
Heath.
Heath. I look at the watch. I'm like, 1 second. Let's stay here for a little bit.
maybe I should try it on.
Okay, let's just. And I'm looking. I was like, I want to try that one on. This was my first time ever putting a watch on my wrist.
Zane's been wanting a watch for a while.
You
but
look
he's
good
never,
in a
like,
watch.
It looks amazing on
Thank you.
It does.
I pick one. I was like, I would like to try that one on. He puts it on my wrist. I was like, not the one. And then I look at this one that I have on, and I'm like, I want to see that one right now. And Heath looks at me, and he knows I'm about to buy it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
what kind of watch is it?
Omega.
Omega.
James Bond.
Oh.
I got my credit card in the red for this one. Yes,
Oh
I
no!
did.
But wait until you hear this. So Zane asked the guy how much it was, and he said the price. Turns out the guy was wrong. So when they're ringing it up, he's like, "I just want to let you know, I accidentally gave you the wrong price."
Because I looked at
He
the
was way
tag.
off.
He turned the tag around,
was
and I
way off.
saw it.
He said more or he said less?
He said
Way less.
He said way less,
Like
and I
20%
saw it
less.
was like 20% more, and I
Uh-oh.
I was like,
So he goes, "I'm gonna honor it just because that's what I told you."
Wow. Okay,
Isn't that
deal.
crazy?
Got a
That's
crazy
great.
deal
But
on this watch.
I was telling Heath, I'm like, what is it that every time you come somewhere with me, I am getting an insane discount, whether it's on
Dude,
mistake.
I shake the people up, baby. They can't even think straight.
The last time this happened is when I got my first G-Wagon, and the guy
He got like 30 grand off his G-Wagon.
but like
because he messed
it was
up.
a mistake. It was like
It was
an
crazy.
insane mistake, and it happened
Like
again.
a mistake in the system, or again they just say the wrong number.
Just
I
like
think
sitting
he was
in
just-
the
Double check.
negotiation
My
process.
God.
Yeah.
So we were
I
saying
see,
he was going to give him a trade-in for his Jeep that he had. So I was like talking back and forth. I was like, okay, so you're going to give him this much for the Jeep. So that means you're technically getting an additional 20 grand off of the G-Wagon price. So he's like, yeah, so it comes out to being like you're getting this much off the G-Wagon because I'm giving you more for the Jeep. And we just kept doing that. And then he ended up giving him the money for the Jeep extra and money off of the G-Wagon on accident and like
You
double
gotta
did
shop
it.
only when he's there with you.
That's what I do.
So-
That's what I did.
No,
That's what I
the
do.
guy, we're looking at the piece of paper. I'm looking at it and I go, Zane, sign it. And the guy looks, he goes, just shake my hand and get out of here. Because he saw the
saw it
discount.
too.
He's like, he knew he messed up. He goes, let's just get this over with. Shake my hand and we'll just call it a deal.
Oh, he was
He was
pissed.
For the car.
The car.
Because of how discounted.
Also,
he
that's
knew.
so much paperwork.
Yeah, no, he
He
like
knew
he
he was
really
getting in
messed
trouble.
up. I felt
Said,
bad,
"Just
but at the
shake
same
my
time, I was
hand."
just like,
Yeah.
baby, this is business. This is
Showbiz, baby.
But yeah, so
That's
we got
showbiz.
ever. But yeah, this happened with this one, and then I look at them and go, I was like, hey, you give that same discount to my best friend. He'll also buy a watch today. But he didn't.
they were like, we
That's just
will.
business.
No, he
baby.
did. No, he said
he would.
He said he would, but he never got one.
You gotta love it. You gotta find one that speaks
That's
to
right.
you.
That's
You gotta
right.
find it.
You're like, he'll do it.
Yeah,
Just kidding, he
He
won't.
didn't want to do it.
I just wanted to see if you do it.
right. So I got myself brown shoes and a brown watch.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. You want to see?
Yes, I saw her at the wedding.
Oh yeah, I did. I was like,
Remember we threw the whole wedding just for your watch?
I know,
That
it
was
was
so
crazy.
fun.
Because I didn't want Remi to see it. I don't know why. I just thought everybody was looking at my new watch.
Not her wedding dress.
No,
Your-
I
your
just felt like
watch.
everyone's eyes on. I'm like, Heath, what? Like, I feel like everyone's looking at my wrist. It's crazy. Because I've never had anything on my wrist before. I don't wear jewelry.
You
I don't
weirdly,
wear rings.
you look a little more mature.
It does.
Yeah.
Wow. I just need rings on every finger
Well,
and a
and
necklace.
no one's looking at your fingernails.
And a necklace. Oh.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but my nails look a lot better now. Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this. You can't
My
see it.
germs.
Wait, you've been using what's it called, right?
Look how nice my nails look.
Wow.
getting much
Oh my
better.
Is
God.
that crazy?
Wait. What are you doing?
But don't.
Puts her right in his mouth.
But for the past 2 days though, Remi, these are getting real nice to eat. Oh my God.
That's prime biting right there, baby.
The amount of nail I have to just munch on. Oh my, the strength
Yeah.
it
Hey,
takes
if
as a
you're
nail
still
biter.
vape free, you can do that.
You know what you need?
Baby, you got a whole farmer's market on your
Yeah.
hands.
They probably make this, but there's this thing called bitter apple spray that you put on furniture for puppies. So if they bite it, it tastes like a sour.
It's like a cuticle one. I put it
Oh
in
no,
his
do
no,
that
that
on
tastes
his
like
fingers.
warheads to me.
Ew.
No, but what I've been doing, I actually haven't been doing this in the past 3 days, which is why I've been like kind of picking at it. But as long as I keep them oiled up, it's too slippery for me
grip.
to want to pick it. Which guys, for my
Life
nail
hack.
biters out there listening,
Life hack.
the secret is keep your nails oiled up with like cuticle oil. Is it cuticle oil?
Cuticle oil.
Cuticle oil. Just do it like 5 times a day. It's always going to be like oily and moist, and you're just not going to want to pick it.
And they're
Your
going to
teeth
grow
gonna
so
slip off
much.
it.
Yeah, and they're gonna grow,
Great.
and it's like helping you. It's because there's like red pepper nail polish. It's
Yeah.
not doing anything to your nail. All it's doing is preventing you from like putting it in your mouth. But the oil is as it's like rejuvenating your cuticles. It's keeping
Okay,
you-
spa.
Very good.
Welcome to Hijazi Spa. 1.5 star.
1.5.
1.5 star. But no, I'm really excited. I cannot wait to see these suckers turn into fucking
These.
They honestly already look
Schoolisha
better.
nails.
Next week it's this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
yeah.
Maybe I could do that'd be a really good reel. Like, hey guys, get ready with me as I bite
You're
my
an
nails
ASMR
off.
channel, so it's like this.
Oh, just like, and then I
Get
go,
me started.
Bring her back.
Bring her
yeah.
back.
That brings us, so after the watch, Then it was go time to start getting dressed for the actual big day.
You didn't go to the Italian market that I told you to go to? That's literally
No,
why I
we
picked that
didn't.
hotel.
We didn't.
Okay.
I
Well,
know,
it was
we
just
wa-
me and
we
Heath.
wanted
Mariah
to.
wasn't with us at this point.
Okay,
She
okay,
was
okay.
trying to find a dress.
Understood. Okay, yes. Okay.
She was on a mission.
So this is on the wedding day now.
Yeah.
Oh, what an exciting way to start the wedding day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Now we're getting to the good, juicy stuff.
Oh my God, Heath, can we please? I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking, and it was perfect too. What were we talking about? Where we were having a conversation. We're walking through the.
Oh,
market,
yeah.
And I'm just like, what do you call it when you like when you're in a country and then you leave it and the lady goes flee, but it was perfect.
As we're
walking, she didn't look up. Flee.
We go, thank you so much, and she just she had her head down. She was like working on something, like she like was
In a
at
store?
the store, but on the sidewalk, like doing like the plants and stuff for the front of the store. So we were like, what is it called? Like when you like evacuate a country where you're like trying to like get out, and then she was like flee, but she didn't like look and like tell us.
It was.
We were like, thank you. And
It
then
just made us all look at each other, and we look back, and she doesn't move a muscle, and I'm like, that's so crazy.
You think you hurt? You think you like that was you who came up with it? You're like flee, and then you're like, well, was she talking? Were you talking to us? And then it's like, were you talking about the bug, or like, were you like, wait, what?
It was
It was
perfect.
something like it felt
It's hard to
aligning to
explain.
me.
It's hard. Like
It's hard to. It was. It had to be
You had
their
to be there.
moment.
You had to be
Kids,
there.
we had a lot of those.
This was the time moment where you turn to a page on the textbook and you
had to
hit
be
the
there.
page number that you're supposed to. But it's not cool when you say it out loud.
No,
I think
no,
that's what
no,
just
yeah.
happened here.
I know what
No.
you're talking about. I know what I get it.
No,
Like,
but
you-
I-
No, I
no,
just
no,
heard it
no,
from your
no,
perspective.
no,
It sounded stupid. It
dumb.
sounded dumb.
I feel like
Really
Oh, it
you
sounded
guys
dumb.
looked at each other and you're like, wow, today's just gonna be magical.
No,
Today
you
is
guys
a good day.
we have to talk about that on the podcast. People are gonna love
No.
this
No.
one.
Write it down.
We didn't write it down. I
Write it
swear it was
down.
a moment that I remembered because we were talking about us walking down the street and that was just.
But
a
that's
moment
the
I
prime
remembered.
example of like when we go on trips all the time, we're like, oh my God, put that in the notes for like the pod recap. And then we look over it and we're like,
It's just so silly.
It's like Lady Planter. Word.
and then you're like, huh?
What
Okay.
the hell is that?
Don't worry, guys. It was a really good story.
But yeah,
you.
but that was it. That was our. It wasn't that
Yeah.
eventful of a day, but we did film a lot though.
You were saving the energy.
I'm
for
really,
the
I
night.
am excited to watch the Patreon vlog.
yeah, it's gonna
And
be
then
awesome.
we get back.
We ended up just going back to the hotel after that. Got ready, and then we drove over to the venue. The drive-in. The presence of the estate, polo, everything, like the compound made you feel some type. I can only imagine what you guys felt like driving up to go see it for the first time when you were trying to pick your venue.
Oh, especially after going through how many that just didn't work out.
The field that it was set on overlooking the ocean with that big tree in the back and then the floral arch.
I'll tell you the last time I felt that
Just-
was for our shoot for basically unfiltered.
The Pasadena
pretty
Princess.
excellent filter.
Pasadena Princess. Pretty X.
For pretty excellent
X.
filtered.
It was giving Pasadena
It was.
Princess.
That's exactly what it
So-
felt like. I was like, wow, this brings us
Much
back.
nicer.
It was beautiful.
And then-
It was gorgeous.
The little magnetic bags to put our phones in.
That was fun.
Oh my god.
That was good. But you know what? It was such
It
a
needed
good
to
call.
be done though because people would have had their phones out. You
know,
would have seen them in
the
pictures. You
pictures.
would have
So-
like.
The way that obviously, if you guys didn't see which, Remi had the most amazing exclusive with Brides Magazine.
So much.
Also this week in
Kinda
New
ate
York
that shit up.
Thank you
Times. So good. But part of the exclusive is that, that those press publications are first to post. So it was like, we can't have anyone post anything and stuff. So I feel like the main idea was like, oh, let's just not have people posting the ceremony for like, to ruin that. But I feel like it really worked out because it made everyone so much more present for the vows.
really did.
I want to have a no phone ceremony for that reason alone because it felt
Me too.
so much love. Like every time anyone walked down the aisle, like you were like watching
You were
them.
locked.
You were
Everybody
locked in
was so
the
present.
whole
Yeah.
time. And I feel like that was a second thing that happened that we didn't even realize, or at least I didn't.
Yeah.
Like as far as like for me,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, oh, we can't have
And
pics.
whether you're trying to like keep it a secret, you don't want anybody posting it. I think just for like just the vibe of the wedding, just have a no phone policy at the ceremony. It felt so
People
much
still,
better.
people
I
would
will
still
say
hide it
that's
though,
my
even
thing.
if you said it.
That was my thing. So
No-
I exclusive being one thing. It's also, I was talking about this on Pretty Basic, but the exclusive was so iconic and cool. It was with Brides, which is like obviously a huge publication, such an honor. I was so excited for that, not only for me, but also for all of the vendors that we worked with. Like
even Jason, like it's like everyone
When
involved.
Jason found out, he was like almost gonna cry because like it's such a huge deal.
Florals.
Literally, my photographer called and was like, I've wanted to work with Brides for my entire career and I never have. Like, it's so cool for all of them. And like,
is this good? Is this like, it's probably a dumb question, but being on Brides, that helps for business because a lot of people that want to get married, they go to that site to find,
I think
or is it more for
that? And also I think if you like, let's say you're looking for a wedding photographer and you look at their bio, it's like featured in Brides, Vogue, People, like any of these things, you're like, oh my God,
a lot
like,
of credibility.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
a lot of credibility.
Yeah,
And like,
okay.
that's, you know, a big
and it's
reason
just
as
an
to why you
honor
book
that they like.
such a highly esteemed publication.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. It's like if anybody leaks anything before, then they're obviously it's not exclusive anymore. So they're going to take it away. So totally understand that. But I was like, I don't want to ruin this for anybody. / also my best friend Kaylee, she was telling me, she was like, you need to figure something out because she was like, I was the only influencer at her wedding or person who like has any sort of like online presence outside of just, you know, like normal social media use. And even she was like, she made it a no phone ceremony and she was really upset because there were still a lot of
People were
phones
still doing
in
it.
her content.
Even
and like
in
her
some photos and
yes,
stuff.
and like and everybody.
I thought of you, Heath, because after your guys' wedding, you were like, dang, I wish I told people to have like neutral phone cases.
All the different
Cases.
phones, like in the,
The
back,
colors.
like everything. It was just like every color phone case you
and
could
you'd see
imagine, just
one-
like
checkered cases
Yeah.
sticking
Who
out
Who the
like a
hell
sore
had like
thumb.
you?
Yeah.
This like blue.
No, literally.
It's terrible. I would never have my phone.
But I
on that
changed-
shit. That would
it was
ruin
that-
every picture.
I changed my
Yeah.
phone case because I thought of you, and I was like, oh, if it's in the background, at least it'll be like, you know,
Me.
subtle.
Sunny Angels. The
Yeah,
We
no,
knew
it was a
that.
great call though. Again,
So it felt very extra when we set it up, and I was like, oh, this is like kind of crazy. But in the end, it was just for the ceremony. I was worried also. I was like, are people going to be mad that we're like putting their phone away? But I do
Not at
feel,
all.
granted, obviously it was my wedding, but like the ceremony felt very special because everyone felt very present. It was so cute also. So I was waiting at the house, and everybody that was at the ceremony was on the pickleball court overlooking the water where like the arch was and everything. So, but there was a long walk from the house to the end of the aisle. So from there,
that was something I kind of felt that I always.
It was long.
I always feel that like this is for every wedding. Any wedding that I'm looking and there's a long walk where people are watching you the whole time before you even get to the middle part. Makes me feel bad because I'm like, damn, I'm sure they want to be covered in some way, and then when they get on the aisle, then they want to be seen.
Honestly,
it's always an awkward little walk.
It's like the sea, yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost, and I almost also picture in my head. I think I made a joke while we were waiting. Like I could see Remi coming out like the Met Gala. You know how they cover girls at the Met Gala? Like nobody can see her until she's in the middle of the aisle. That
That
what
would
I
have
think
been
is true.
so funny.
That would have been really
Honestly,
funny.
I specified that I wanted a really long aisle. Like I wanted that, but I was sitting inside the house watching everybody. So everyone's. It's so fun because like I've never been. I guess I walked in Kay's wedding and I was at the front, but it just was like it was a different.
It's different though, because like I didn't care that it was a long walk because I didn't feel like everyone was staring at me until I got to the front because there's other people to look at. But for you,
That's
it's like
true.
all
That's
attention
what it
goes
was.
to you.
You know what? That's what it was. Because I
Yeah.
was like, we walked down because hers was in an amphitheater at a summer camp. So it was like, it was different. But like this one, that makes more sense why I felt so different because it was my wedding. But I literally had to text the videographer today and I was like, I am so sorry. You're going to have to mute when I was gagging the entire way up till through the ceremony. Because whenever I get anxiety, I start gagging. So I just know, and because I was mic'd up the whole time. So I was just like, by myself because I was so
they had you
anxious.
mic'd up.
I
Do
was
they
mic'd
usually
up.
do that?
I died at the garter.
It was an option, and she was like, "Do you guys want to be mic'd?" But it's like it gets you better sound quality for if you put speeches in the video.
Oh,
or
okay,
people
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah,
glad
yeah,
you have
yeah.
Cal's vows recorded.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
we
was
need to
vows
go.
were-
We'll get to that in a second. And so she like literally gartered a little like mic pack to me, and they like taped it up inside my
perfect.
dress.
Oh my god, yeah,
But
you can't even see that.
I had
It's
a hot
crazy.
mic the whole time, so I was just like so embarrassed. And
You're like
so,
farting up there.
No, you guys, I was
Every noise.
I'm not even kidding. I was gagging the entire time, and I was having so much like stomach acid buildup because I was so anxious. I could not eat. I could not drink. I was so so nervous. And so I started hearing the music, and the one thing that like helped me a little bit was I've never seen this at a wedding. People started cheering for everyone walking down the aisle. Who started that? No, it was cute.
I loved it.
I thought it was.
We all loved
I thought it was the cutest thing I've ever
Everyone
seen.
loved
So we clapped for
People
Cal
were
when Cal
screaming
came
for
up.
Ollie.
Yeah.
We could tell he was so nervous. So we all
Yeah.
clapped, kind of like, yeah. And then when the next person came, there was a few claps, and then everyone started clapping again. And then
And
we're
then I
like,
think
fuck,
everybody
we gotta
felt
clap.
mandatory
Oh my
to be
god,
clapping.
I
Yeah.
thought it was really cute.
Oh, cool.
But I
cool.
will say-
I could only hear it from all the way across in Antarctica.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I feel like for you guys, you may have felt like, oh no, like we have to keep it up. But I feel like by then, all of the bridal party was there, and then we were like also cheering. You know, like it was
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was.
we
It
were
made it
chatting
funny
the
because
whole
the
time.
dogs and
that
then
makes
Ollie
me
with the
feel
flower.
better actually because there was some I watched the footage. I'm editing the footage as we speak for my vlogs, and some people got louder cheers than others, and I was like, wait, I feel really badly. But
Well,
that
it was
makes
just
more
Ollie
sense.
because people went crazy for
Ollie,
him with those
Ollie.
petals. He was like, bam. He
Yeah.
was
Also,
So
just him
good.
being the flower girl, iconic, and then him like
Because we also
So
weren't
good.
sure like what to do, but then when Ollie came with the flower petals, we're like, okay, let's scream, and then we kept
Erupted.
screaming.
He loved it.
Yeah,
He literally
it-
was so
he
he was
was
so
living
nervous,
for
and he
that.
said that it helped
it's
him.
Yeah.
better though, because versus just like awkward, like
No,
like,
that'd have been
you know,
so
like,
awkward if it
especially
was
for him.
silent.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cute.
I
I know it
loved
helped
it.
Cal a lot too because Cal was,
was cute.
freaking
Oh, we
out.
know.
My poor baby. So we wrote each other
jaw
letters.
locked?
No, I can't even. So we wrote each other letters, and because he left the night before, he wrote mine when we were together the night before, and he left it in the room, so I had it when I woke up. But
Cool.
I was so busy packing the bags, and I was so busy like writing cards for all my bridal party and stuff that I was like, oh, I'll just write it the morning of, and I'll give it to my planner to take it over to him. So I woke up, and I did it as soon as I woke up. It was like 8:30 in the morning, and my planner came around 10. We weren't meeting till like 2, so he had time to get it. So I gave it to Jason as soon as he arrived, but obviously it wasn't the most important thing of the day. We were staying in Montecito, and the hotel that you guys were at was all the way in Santa Barbara, which is like a
Right,
30-minute
right.
drive
Yeah.
over. So I get to the venue. We're about to take photos. I put my dress on. I have my everything's on, and like I'm about to go meet him for the first, or maybe not even. Like I think I just got there. I'm about to put the dress on. I look outside, and Jason wheels by on a scooter with the card in hand, and we're about to take photos in like 20, 30 minutes.
So you're almost about to do the first look.
Yeah. And so I see it and I'm like, oh fuck. He's gonna get that so much later than I had wanted. So
Got it.
then he wheels away, and I was like, okay, I have other things to worry about. So then when I go up for the first look, he's freaking out because he had just read the letter. So it was like very
it
raw.
was so sweet.
Oh.
though.
It was so cute.
He just read the letter right before he
right
was.
before it. And he was like, he wasn't
Wow.
mad. He was just like, I'm so mad. Like he was kidding, but he was just like, I'm so mad.
I
Like you
feel
just
like-
gave me the letter, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like if I had my dream, you would have gotten it as soon as I gave it to you.
Earlier,
But obviously,
yeah.
there's so many other things that were more important on that morning for our planner to handle.
It was
Yeah.
so sweet though, like seeing him emotional. Like
Yeah.
it was the cute, and he was like, that dang letter. Like he kept me like, oh my god. And then I don't know. I feel like it was extra special.
It
Yeah,
was
it
meant
was
to
really
be.
He
sweet.
looked so cute up there.
It was so
know.
cute. Shout out to my nephew who absolutely crushed being a ring bearer. He blew little kisses. He was so cute.
He was cute.
Literally
so cute.
I didn't get to meet
the
how.
cutest.
He's such a cutie.
he
so well behaved. He sat for the whole
he
ceremony.
nailed that. He was
Mwah, mwah.
It just hit me that I didn't like meet him outside of that
He
the
left
ceremony.
after.
Oh,
He
he left
left.
right after.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
because
were
I was like,
like-
oh my, I didn't see him.
My brother and sister-in-law don't want him on social media, like face on. Like I'm allowed to post his. I make very clear, and I make sure, and I send everything to them
Yeah.
before him. But they only want the back of the head and the side of the head, or like side profile, just for like AI purposes. They're like, we don't want his face out there, and I was like, I totally
I
respect
think
that.
they're afraid that all the ladies are gonna get on him.
He's
on
just such a
Instagram.
cute little baby.
He's just a cute little baby.
And so I was like, hey, just so you know, there's a lot of influencers. So as soon as people have their phones back, he's
Yeah,
going to be in
yeah.
something. So I was
Yeah.
like, make sure he's gone.
Oh,
before
that's a
then.
good
So
call,
we got
because-
him out of there. But he was so well behaved. He sat for the whole ceremony. He was so
cute.
good. And then Cal came out.
Yeah, but
And
his jaw.
His jaw.
yeah. So I didn't know it locked up that bad. Like,
Yeah.
But I didn't know he had jaw
Was it-
problems like that.
He
Like,
doesn't.
was it from
He's
smiling?
never-
He was probably smiling
He's-
so much and just having like, because I remember like when we got married, it was just this
Yeah.
the whole time, and I remember my muscles right here in my jaw were so sore just because it was like such a happy time. I was just nonstop smiling. My mouth was open. I remember them being tender.
Yeah.
One
But I'm
time I was-
guessing that's what happened with him.
During the first look, it started.
Right.
And I've never seen that happen with him before because I'm the one with the jaw problems between us. But his lips were quivering and like shaking a lot. And then I helped him like massage it out during the first look. We needed a full moment to like leave like away from the photos and be like, I was like, it's okay. I was like, it's gonna be okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like we can stop photos also. It's not a big deal. And then it happened again when we were at the altar.
But I liked it though, because you went straight into like you knew exactly what to do, and that felt so special seeing, because it just like reiterated every single thing that was being said. But like,
yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Did you catch in the middle of Phil talking about you guys, like the getting to know each other, how you guys met, blah, 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 like helping with his...
I didn't hear anything that was going on.
In the middle of him taking like his little like speech thing, talking about you helping him with his clothes and like his hair and stuff like that, like you were doing that.
Yes, you were fixing his bow tie. You were
in
like
the middle of you fixing his bow tie was
I didn't
in
catch
his
that.
speech saying that you were helping him with his clothes
Yes.
and how to dress
And then
him.
it
Oh,
happened
that's
again
funny.
when it was like
Perfect.
taking care of him, or like you've always taken care of people and you're like massage it. It
Yes,
was so
it was
cute because it didn't look like, oh
crazy.
shit, what do we do? Your jaw's like, oh my God, this is it was just so like, it was just so natural.
That's
and
so
it felt,
sweet.
it was so fun. It was so good.
I felt what you had told me happened at your wedding, where you're like, I didn't even think about anybody watching. Like it was just us two up there. I saw his jaw
Crazy,
quivering
right?
and I was like, oh my God, his cheeks hurt. Like
It's just you two.
yeah, I was like, everyone's listening to Phil, so it doesn't even matter. So I literally just got up there
And
and
it's
started
just you
massaging
guys
it.
Everyone's
locked.
looking at Zane's watch.
Let's be real.
Hey, let's go.
You're so
Is that why you sat on the end?
Yeah, right. Just to be like,
Zane's sitting there shining it with the sun to get to
by the
bounce in
way,
your
trying to
eye.
blind our eyes.
oh, by the way, guess what I forgot right before we were about to leave? My watch. I was like, guys, no, because I
You had to turn around.
because I
Yeah.
bought it for the wedding too, so I ran
Of course you would.
and I threw it all. I was
Well,
like,
I'm so
imagine buying it and I didn't wear
I'm
it.
glad we went
I'd
back.
be
It was worth going
pissed.
back for.
Yeah.
It was.
Pissed.
It was worth it. Cal's vows absolutely wrecked me.
Yeah, they were
Wrecked
so
everyone.
I did not know he could speak like that. Like
That's-
his writing. Wow.
Who knew you'd marry a writer?
Good.
Romantic.
Baby got us quivering.
Yup.
Did you cry at all?
Oh,
Yeah,
the,
I teared up.
Really?
I teared up.
Aw.
like I first started, like the first thing that broke me, the dogs.
Oh,
The
really?
The
dog.
dogs is what made me like really.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
God.
because it was
They're so
not
beautiful.
necessarily.
Oh my
no,
God.
not that it was the dogs that made me cry. It was the dogs that made Cal
Oh.
show him like
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
him get emotional
He-
from the dogs.
When
Like,
Momo came up, like he
yes.
hugged Murph, and then Murph like started to walk away, and you could tell he like wanted to
wanted
like
Momo.
he wanted Momo, but then he didn't, and then Murph turned around and did Momo, and I was just like, oh, he needed that.
And
He
then when
did.
you and
Poor
your
thing was
dad-
freaking.
I was like, that was it.
Oh.
Game over.
It's over.
Then during the vows, game over.
Aw.
And then like the whole walkout, it was just like, again, I don't know. I have just been such an emotional wreck.
I'm sure you also were thinking about like Mariah the whole time
Yeah,
too. Though,
like, it's
'cause
just
the
like-
last wedding you were at was yours.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
so you like see,
I see
don't-
that.
You're just so like genuinely so we're so happy for you guys,
Thank you.
and like that just
That's so sweet. I also love like
It's a
sitting
lot.
with my partner during hearing other people's vows and like I not making it about myself, but more of just like we do that too. Like
Yeah.
that. Look at like this is so amazing.
Well, it
like,
helps
isn't
you-
love so amazing?
I feel like it also helps articulate things you wouldn't normally think of ways to
Mhm.
articulate. You know what I mean? Like even what ruined all of us with Cal's was like the way he wrote was just like obviously he was complimenting you, but it was like about you, both of you, and like the impact you've had on him, and like
Yeah.
obviously he's more like reserved, so he doesn't really walk into a room and share all those things. So I
Yeah.
feel like everyone was like,
Everyone was gagged.
he said something that
I will never dampen your radiance.
dampen your rate.
No.
Yeah,
radiant.
that was.
Lana comes up and goes, I.
Her next song is Radiance Dampen.
We're
like,
she
ah.
like complimented him on that, and he goes, "Our generation's greatest songwriter just quoted my vows to me."
no, Remi, like crazy.
Crazy.
No, it was so beautiful. It's so funny too. Well, I knew they were going to be so good. I was telling Alicia and Kay the night before, I was like, look, mine, they're fine. They're fine. Let's be
Yours,
honest.
I love you.
I love you so much. You're so amazing and so tall.
You
and
are
6'4".
literally gagging everybody here.
Gag
You
down,
slay.
boots,
I love
slay,
you.
I'm just like, he's a writer. I can say exactly how I feel, and like I know mine. We're fine.
Cal's literally writing my vows.
I just knew.
I don't care.
He's the way he speaks, but like what I also love is like I knew that because that's how he speaks to
And
me
he
when
still
it's just
impressed
us.
you and shocked you.
But even more than that, like I think it's so funny that everyone was so gagged because like that is how he speaks to me. When
Remi's
we're in
like, why are
private.
they
Really-
crying?
Oh my god,
This
wait,
is
you guys!
normal.
I know I look amazing.
Like your mans don't tell you guys that?
yeah, wait, that's so sad.
He's
no,
you're telling he's
He's
obsessed with
obsessed
me.
with me.
Oh my god, you literally can't leave me alone.
You lean over during the ceremony. He's so obsessed.
Oh my god, you guys! Like, wait, this is, like,
Jeez.
okay, a little much.
No, it was very
it
beautiful.
was like truly, I was so proud of him.
And again,
Yeah.
though, full circle, I feel like because no one was on their phone trying to record, they were listening, and
Fully-
every single word
Yes.
like hit.
Yeah.
Like, and at one point I was like, is it just because I'm towards the speaker more that I can hear this? But like every single person said that.
One of
You
my-
can hear everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say again with you, like what you had told me is that you didn't hear anything going on in the crowd at all. Like you're just,
No.
I was locked
Yeah.
into Cal,
Oh,
he
it
was
was,
locked
yeah,
into
silence.
me. I'm so proud of him for being so vulnerable in front of so many people because I know that's really hard for him. And I'm so happy.
killed it.
I'm so happy that so many, like he's being commended so much for them because he deserved it. But I heard that one of my best friends from college, she was in my bridal party. Her name's Stephanie. I love her so much. She's always been like a super hyper emotional person. It's so funny because she was 2 rows next to, she was right next to me. I didn't hear it all. She had to be held. She was so hysterical. At one point she had to close her ears because it was too much for her. And then at the end of Cal's vow, she goes, "Thank God it's over." Like she was.
I think I
Who-
know
who
who
was
you're
the
talking
close
about.
with
Did she have
that her?
brunette?
Yeah, she's a brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could t-
No.
she was bawling at the
No.
dinner
Oh,
table.
Oh,
She-
my baby. Yeah, you saw her.
It
The
was,
whole
I'm
time.
not joking, a bathtub full of tears. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think what the whole dinner,
Yeah.
You would-
the whole,
Yeah.
she
Like,
was nonstop, like
you would've
bucket,
thought she was
bucket,
at a funeral.
bucket.
I will say, like, she deserves the best love in
She
the world.
loves you guys
does.
so
Oh, I
much.
love her with my whole heart. And we took her home with us after.
We had to take her home early, 8 p.m.
She came home with me after the after party because her car was at my place. And she said the sweetest thing to me as I was dropping her off. And she was just saying, like, this wedding made me believe in love again. And I know she genuinely meant that because she's had, like, she deserves so much better than the card that she's been dealt. So I love her so much.
You're
That's
so good at
sweet.
wording shit. I would have been like, her ex sucks.
Well, and I mean that. Disrespectfully, I
The
mean
card
that.
she was dealt with.
the card
she was
she was
dealt.
dealt. Okay, poet.
Yes,
Look at
I
you,
Cal's
right?
rubbing
Cal.
off on
Yeah.
me. I know. No, it was so fun. And then we leave and we go to cocktail hour. How was the cocktail hour for you guys?
It was
No.
amazing.
Was the food good?
We were right next to the door where the staff were
found-
coming out with the
we
food
found the hat.
hot for
That's
us.
where I go. Yeah.
So we were
Every
there
wedding.
the whole
You're
time.
like, that's why nobody got food?
People were complaining
No.
that
No.
they weren't getting
Literally,
food. It was because we were
saw
eating
the
all
alley
of it.
that
No.
they were coming through, and we were like, we gotta post
Right
up
there.
Right here.
Hell yeah. What was
And
the
then
best
we'd
thing
go
you
by,
ate?
we'd be like
You
this.
try that short rib grilled mac and cheese.
No.
Cookies? Yeah.
I was right here.
Remy, and we didn't feel bad because we knew that you'd be fine with us eating.
I
all
want
the
you to
food.
eat. Did you get the short rib grilled
Yes,
cheese?
we did.
That
We
The
was
ate
beef
everything.
Wellington
so
bites.
cute, right?
The lobster
So
roll.
good.
The lobster roll.
So
Mac and
good.
cheese was
How was
out
the
of
spicy
control.
So
tuna
good.
crispy rice? How was that? You guys
I
get one of
didn't-
those?
I actually
know that.
liked it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I
didn't
don't
get to
think
try
I
that
saw
one.
it.
See that?
Had the
I
little
didn't get to
jalapeno
try
on it.
that at
They saw
tasting.
Remy eat and they're like, not the best. They, Steph's like, get rid of it.
Take him out. Get rid of it.
What's his name? He's running over all the.
Jason.
running over all the. Get rid of it.
He's so funny. Okay, I'm glad that went well. I will say I have a couple regrets from my wedding. First off, it would be that I did not attend the cocktail hour. I initially wanted to, but I was so fucking wiped.
You guys had a
after.
private one, just you two?
Not even. Cal was like, I need to take a nap, and I had to go do a hair change.
Oh, wow.
So
That's funny.
I regret.
I'd be exhausted too.
And normally I was fully ready to go. I wish I had pushed through, but I had just been so tired from. We got there at like 1-ish or so, 1:32-ish to the venue. We were taking photos up until the moment that the ceremony started at 5:30
And TikToks.
and TikToks.
You also were up early.
And it was
like,
up early,
yeah,
and
yeah.
granted, I had the best time, but I was like, I just need a minute to sit, and I just sat
Yeah.
in the chair.
Also,
I got
in
my
a
hair
corset,
changed.
breathing is like
That
for every
too.
breath, you're not having 2 real breaths.
Yes,
I also couldn't
Yes.
imagine just coming out at cocktail hour after like my wedding and seeing everybody. And I know they're all going to come up to me and I'm like,
and
oh
take
my God, that
photos.
sounds
Yeah.
a
Which
lot.
I would
a
have
lot.
loved. And initially what I really wanted to do was I wanted to go see the reception before everybody else.
I get
But the
that.
only thing is my planner was like, well, you have a dress change and like we want to make it a big moment. Here's looking back, I wish I had just changed and gone because I think the second dress was so much more comfortable anyways. I would have had another like gust of energy and I would have been able to attend. But so instead, I was in the back room. Cal was taking a nap in his little men's area and I was getting my hair changed. And then honestly, we were just like chilling for like an hour.
That's nice
Did
though.
they
Which was
bring
nice.
you food to like try like a little bit?
Yes, and
That's
I like
good.
had access to everything. I just could not eat because I felt so sick and like nervous. But at the same time, also like I wish I had just done the dress change. Doesn't matter about the reveal. Like I feel like I wish I cared less about like that stuff and just like gone out because I
Or
feel like
even-
it went by so fast. I didn't
even
see
the,
people.
now knowing what the cocktail hour looked like, even like the way that you guys could have even done like a first time Mr. and Mrs. Parsons like coming
A
out
walk
the
down the
house
stairs or
to where
something?
like you see
Yeah.
everyone like it's what another thing with both of your weddings that I loved is how it was so tailored to what you guys wanted. So I feel like now whenever I play mine, like it doesn't have to be enter first dance. It doesn't have to be like it can be whatever you want it
you
to
could
be.
do it whatever
you
want.
whatever
Yeah.
you want.
I wish that was one. I mean, granted, I wouldn't change anything and it all went perfectly. I do wish, though, actually, one thing that didn't go perfectly. I wish that I had seen the reception tent first because it threw off our first dance. Because it was choreographed in a different way. So that's why I messed up so
interesting.
much in the
You
beginning.
kept
Wait,
saying
what
that
do you
no
mean?
one knew you messed
guys-
up.
What do you mean you messed up? Like what?
So initially, what had happened is our choreographer dance lesson people choreographed it so we were supposed to like basically start walking 10 seconds in. It was like 10 seconds of like twee icon voice of an angel.
So good.
It goes so what like we're supposed to while she's doing that we were kind of just like supposed to be waiting on the side and then the choreography starts like 10 seconds in. But the way that the dance floor was right when you walked through, we did our announcement and then she started singing. So we didn't have choreography for the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's why it threw me off so much. But regardless, I didn't get dropped.
You came up and you were like,
I wasn't mad. I was just like, I think I want to die right now.
No, I well, also
yeah, no,
knowing
nobody
you were
caught
nervous
that.
about it, like
so nervous.
But also, obviously, you're like, I feel like you probably felt like you had to tell people, like, no, like I promise I can do that. It was easy, like I could do that. I promise. But like, no one knew. I watched
good.
the whole thing, had no idea.
And I
God.
think everybody knows not to look at a first dance like we're watching Dancing with the fucking Stars.
Okay, good. That makes
like
me
we're
feel
Carrie
better.
Ann and Abba just watching you,
Literally.
seeing where all the fuck ups and scoreboard. Like we know,
all have scores.
you know what I mean? Like we're just watching two people that are not fucking dancers try to do a
Yeah.
dance.
That makes me
if
feel
anyone's
better.
Yeah.
gonna remember anything, it's that lift.
Yeah.
So at least you didn't fall.
I literally,
on the
I like,
Yeah.
I wrote in my group chats. I was like, if I mess up, please just cut that out, please.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
yeah, you're good.
But yeah,
you
I
did
had
it.
I
no
appreciate
idea
it.
you even messed up.
Tweet was incredible.
So
Yeah,
good.
her and her boy, I love them.
Oh, they're
so cool.
Charlie is
amazing.
so
Charlie's so great.
We should
sweet.
hang
I
out.
loved
They're really
him.
awesome.
Yeah, we
He
should.
Amazing. She is the voice of an actual angel.
And she's funny. I love her personality.
She's so funny. She's so
Yeah.
cool. She's so hot. I love her. It was such an
very
honor to
sweet.
have her sing for us. And she sounded it again, one of those things that like the video is so nice to have because like I blacked out when it was happening. And then I heard back and I was like, she sounded fucking amazing.
It sounded like
Yeah.
the song was playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
it like that times
Crazy.
like times 10. It was crazy. But yeah, after that, then we moved on to dinner.
So good. The
My
potatoes.
Dinner was amazing.
So
Oh,
good.
my steak was out of control.
Good.
Yeah, steak
good,
was
good, good.
put
The little
to
potato
perfection.
triangle.
Yeah,
So
the
good,
triangle.
right? That was a Cal edition. So yummy, right?
I loved that.
Yeah,
I
I
had
wanted
the
to
So
mashed potatoes, and
good.
he's like, "When else are you going to be able to get a potato triangle?" And I was like, "You're so right."
So good. Yeah, the food was unbelievable.
memorable.
I understand what you said though,
Yeah.
where there's so much that goes on. I didn't get to go to I went to the bar a couple times to get other people drinks.
Uh-huh.
I did not get a brownie ice cream sundae.
Me either.
I did not get a
Yeah,
matcha
it's-
latte. I did not get a
Remi.
latte. I didn't get any of that
Me
stuff.
too, Rem. I was really bummed.
I got the brownie ice cream sundaes for you guys. But you got
My
one.
brownie
So
sundae.
good. Yay. Good. I'm glad
I
someone
did it.
got
Well,
it.
I did it with the brownie and cookies.
Hell yeah.
I
Sprinkles?
I think I had an entire row of the chocolate chip cookies. They were so soft and chewy.
Yeah, oh, we get
I'm
it.
like
Thanks.
grabbing your butt. I'm like,
Soft
It's
and
something
chewy.
it was so good. Honestly, great ice cream too. It was
Good,
like
I'm
banging
glad.
ice cream.
All right, we can move on. Next topic. Thanks.
Also
The-
the cake.
You did the Oreo cream.
Mama
cheese.
Luna
Guys, I
days.
did the Oreo buttercream.
Yup.
Something so funny. So Chuck, who's Lana's sister, you just took her camera at one point and started taking photos. And I noticed that. I didn't realize it was
Yeah,
hers.
I knew she wanted good pictures, and I was like,
She did. She was sad she
she was
didn't
too
get
like
one.
nervous to like get in
She
there. I was like, let me
texted-
get in there.
She actually said she was like, honestly, like he did a better job than it looked like he was gonna do. And the photos are pretty good. So good job.
I know the angles. People give me their phones all the time to take pictures.
You have done it before, and I'll do
Which
it
is
again.
also which reminded me when you hired the team to take content. Camera photographers much different than iPhone photographers. Can't just because you can shoot on a camera does not mean you can shoot on an iPhone. iPhone takes certain skill. The angle of the iPhone picture, whether it's vertical or horizontal, very very
Okay,
important.
shout yourself out that you're available for wedding.
Yes, I'm available for wedding for iPhone content, video content. I would fucking crush it. I would look like
You actually be really good
It'll
at
look
that.
like a Steven Spielberg fucking film if I shot your wedding on an iPhone. It would look incredible, and I want someone to hire me once, and I would charge a lot of money because so I can do it, and I feel like I can make it look insane.
Okay.
Hire me.
Also DJ, so good, and I loved the people that were playing like the sax and
Yes.
the
So
trombone,
fun,
like
right?
having that mixed with a DJ, like that live music.
So
mixed,
good.
Yeah.
so fun.
I'm so
He was
glad that
playing
you guys liked
bangers.
it. Yeah.
And then
He did a great job.
Oh my
the
gosh.
cake was phenomenal. We did the Oreo buttercream. I didn't actually get it. I wanted.
What was the other cake? Because I had two
It
slices.
was chocolate chip.
Yes.
But what I liked about that chocolate cake is that bakery, instead of using cocoa powder, they melt real chocolate into it. I was really impressed by that.
It was good.
It was very delicious.
Both slices were really
I
good.
honestly felt so sick the whole night. I took one bite. We had to do the thing where you put it in each other's mouths. I was like, I felt
it weird?
so sick. You guys, I've never felt like that in my life. And the way that I am home and gorging on 50 takeout things a day now because I can I'm not so nervous anymore.
It's so weird. Like
I'm
everybody
really
says it.
upset.
Like you don't eat on your wedding. Like you can't. You
It's
literally
crazy
have
how
no
you
appetite.
guys spend so much money on your wedding day, and everybody's having more fun than you.
It's
Well, you're
It's-
having fun. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean,
you're just
yeah,
like-
but
It's a
like,
different- no, but
think
it's a
about
different-
it. You should be
it's
having a
different.
lot
It's
more
different.
fun and
At
a
the end
lot
of the
less
day,
stress on your day.
It's true. But I will say
Yeah.
what I really appreciate about Jason is from the get-go, he was like, look, whether you like it or not, you work on your wedding day. He's like, I want to make it the easiest and most fun work for you, but you still are working.
Yeah.
Like the amount of conversations and people that you have to say hi to, it's
Yeah.
it's a full-blown networking event, honestly, at the
Yeah.
end of the day. But I'm glad that other people enjoyed it because at least someone should.
It's the
Truly.
best.
Someone
The
should.
best.
The tent looked beautiful. Like everything was beyond my wildest dreams. It was so pretty.
And I love that you kept
Did you
it
like
white.
the green candles? I chose the green candles.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Thank
like how
you.
you kept
That
the
was a nice
outside
touch.
white.
Yep.
The tent?
Yeah.
Thank
It was
you.
like, because I know you're saying I should have made the outside the same color. I'm like, no, it was a great surprise.
Yeah.
I literally, I walked in and I gasped.
Wow.
I went back outside
Wow.
because I was like,
Yeah, I got a video of you coming back
I
in.
went back outside. I was like, I want to wait to go walk in with a few friends because I walked in by myself.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to walk in one more time with
The
my friends
social girls? I was
I want to
watching the
see my
vlog
friends'
clip.
reaction too. Because it
literally-
was set up so nice. I literally looked at them like, oh, this looks like this cost $3 million to
Wait,
put together.
I'm dying because the social girls, I watched all their raw footage and the first
Oh,
time you walk
shit.
in,
Oh, no.
he pretends to stumble and he's drunk. They're like, ooh. And then all of a sudden it cuts, next clip, you're coming back in again. They're like, oh, you're back. Like that's literally their genuine reaction. And I was like, I wonder what happened.
That's
Yeah, I'd like to
So
give
funny.
two takes, one craziness, one normal.
Yeah,
You
options.
can pick.
A little option. I really appreciate that my planner from the get-go is so extra because I'm also extra. So we really hit it off. And he was like all about the idea of reveals. Like from the get-go, which because I knew, and I am that type of person that if I throw a party, as long as everyone else has fun, I have a good time. Like Alicia only allowed me one time to look at her and ask if people are having a good time.
Okay.
And I used that. But I waited. I
When did
savored
you
it.
pull
When did you ask her?
When we were in
The dinner. I think at dinner, right?
no, it was when we went back to the room, right?
Oh, is that? Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yes, I waited till right before the after party.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
I did
That's
ask
a good- that's a
her.
good
And
time to
I
ask.
looked, I was like, are you fucking
That's
kidding?
right.
Of
Or, but
course.
imagine Alicia just goes, Rem,
I don't think so.
let me be honest.
we'll
with you.
talk next week. But it was. I appreciated that everything felt like a dramatic, like an exciting reveal for everybody.
Yeah, it was good vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
I love the seating arrangements too. It was perfect.
Did you?
Everybody, yes, it was
Okay,
great.
good.
Just I like how close everybody was. It was like I was saying, it was like a lunch.
yes.
a
You
You could talk to the
a
people
school
behind you, which was cool.
A
Yeah.
school
It was a school
cafeteria.
cafeteria. I
it
like
was
a
a
long
great way
table.
you assembled it. Yeah.
We initially for the layout, I was proposed circle tables and long tables, and I was like, there's something I like about a long
That's nice.
table. I think it's more fun. I think like I like having a seat buddy. We opted out of the sweetheart table, which I know we went back and forth with for a while, but I have to say I do not regret my decision.
I liked
liked
having you
being
in the
next
mix.
to you.
Yeah, no, that was a
I
good
held
call.
Alicia's hand just as much as I held Cal's hand during the speeches.
Hey,
Actually,
yeah.
I
I
kept,
really
like,
did.
grabbing you.
No,
that,
I
that,
did.
that setup made me not want to also not have a sweetheart
That's nice.
table.
Really,
I
and
loved
I will say,
loved the way that happened.
it felt nice to be around everybody. It felt nice to like have everybody close by. And then like even in the speeches when like things were referenced, like when you referenced ceremonial grade matcha and like Brett was right behind me, we were like, like together. And I will say, and also no one came up to us for photos.
Yeah.
You guys, I didn't take photos
I
till the
didn't think
after
they could
party
because you were
where I had a
doing, like-
bandana
Yeah.
and
They
sunglasses
They
on my
couldn't.
head.
Yeah,
But it is
they
nice
couldn't.
because it's like once the sweetheart's
Because
great
they
until
couldn't,
someone does.
they weren't gonna slide through and like try to get it. Like
It's
Yeah.
also like kind of rude for them to
Yeah.
like try to sneak
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
and do that
I
too.
did
I liked
take
that a
photos,
lot.
like, but it was when I was walking around, like, not
Yeah.
necessarily not in the mood to take photos, but just like I was in a better position to take
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah.
of people.
And also,
So it worked out great.
Also, very smart where you put Lana too, because everyone was too scared to walk up there. So that was an extra wall that was created that no one's gonna ask.
That
for
was
a
also
picture.
Ollie's birthday gift for the rest of my life.
Oh,
I'll never have to
Sarah-
get him a gift again.
Yeah, you're
right next to
good. You're good.
Which he did such a great job, and
Yeah.
she was absolutely iconic, and she's so nice and
She was
normal
so
and
sweet.
sweet and down to earth, and her sister's amazing.
Yeah.
And actually it ended up like how it ended up working on the end was so funny, but we'll get to that after. Then we went on to speeches, which were so beautiful.
yeah.
Your mom's, not your mom's, Cal's
Cal's
mom's.
mom,
made me-
Amy?
yep, got me. That was tier number 2 for me.
That was like
That was tier number
2,000
2.
for
Yep.
me.
She said there was one line, and I was like, "Oop,
The cooking food.
what?"
Her going out to cook food.
No. It was life altering, and I went, "Oop."
Oh.
Her surgery, yeah.
Yep. Wah, bah, 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 bah. Remi came over to cook all the. Wah, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I was really proud. Like every speech was good,
Everybody
Very
did
good.
amazing.
very
yeah.
good, very fun, very lively, and I love eating while people have speeches because it gives you something
Yeah.
to do. You're not like you're a little bit preoccupied.
Feel like you're in like a Roman Coliseum. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
It's medieval
Yeah.
times. It's
Come
medieval
on.
times.
Yeah.
But I like that
Instead
also.
of
It
jousting.
keeps things
Drumsticks,
going.
let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it's not too slow.
Yeah.
I
I
like it
kept
going quick.
imagining because they reminded me of school cafeteria in a good way.
Yeah.
I kept in my head. I was like, imagine
Food fight?
a food fight happening because I kept on making
That's an
jokes where I was like,
expensive food fight.
I think I was doing a Danielle or something. I was like, I took my spoon. I was like, shut up, and I went like this. And in my head, I was like, imagine a food fight happened. But then I also pictured imagine who really starts the food fight is Lana. She goes, food fight! Throws her whole fucking plate at somebody. Everyone's like, food fight. Just, I imagine that in my head,
Your
I
brain.
fucking died.
Imagine just being in his brain for 10
That
seconds.
is crazy.
Just everybody going at it, and Remi's just like, what the
No.
fuck is going on?
Amy says a life-altering surgery, and then that's what's happening in your brain.
Wouldn't it be crazy if a food fight broke out right now?
Oh man, no, and I imagine that whole scenario for a good 4 minutes. I was sitting there giggling, and I wasn't even that drunk yet.
Alicia's speech, so fun.
You
so
guys killed
funny.
it. You
guys did
so
great.
good.
You killed it.
So
Thank
so
you
good.
much. I had practice with our maid of
Yeah, and
honor
I like
video.
how you did it with her, and you guys were kind of, like you guys
The
were
little
almost
fight.
Back
fighting,
and
but then you
forth.
went to
We we honestly we can do it when Kay comes on PB and talk about, but like it was the week of and we were just like, oh my God, we need to do this. There's 2 of us. Obviously, like, is it too cheesy if we go like that route? But then we are like, let's just get the bridesmaids. I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we did the bridesmaids where they
Yeah.
keep going back
Yeah.
and stealing
Wait,
it, trying
I'm
to outdo
dying.
each other?
That was
I
the
didn't
first thing
even
I thought
like
of.
put it together that and I watched it the night before.
No.
That's so funny.
We didn't do it verbatim, but we were like, okay, like this is funny. So we took the script and then like changed it a little bit in the beginning, and then we changed it a lot, and then it was so funny because Cal's we wrote them in sections, and when it came to yours, I was like, okay, I need to put more thought into this. Like, I don't need to do this on FaceTime with Kaylee, and she was like, no, same. Like, we can like come back to this. With Cal's, I like easy, like I knew exactly what I wanted to say, funny, whatever. Yours, I was like literally still writing hours before because I was like, there's just no fucking words, but also cows can't be like longer than Remi's. Like the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is crazy. And like, yeah, it was like so
You
surreal.
should have had a cookie stand to really sell the bit.
cookie
In Bridesmaids,
stand?
it's a cookie.
Oh, yes.
When she starts to break.
The cookie in the pears.
That's funny. That kicks off the food fight.
Yeah,
That kicks off the
that
food fight.
does.
Yeah, but yeah, you killed
so
it. It was good.
beautiful. It was
Thank
so
you.
fun, and it's so
There were-
crazy to see my two best friends from different walks of life get along
There was
so
a few
well.
ad-lib parts, and one of them was me saying that we get along. So I was like, there are people who actually don't know us, and they're gonna be like, these people, like, they hate each other.
Oh, I didn't even think
I
that.
had that thought because I was like, because there was one thing where when we were on FaceTime, we were like laughing so hard because I was like, oh my God, imagine you're like debatable on like the hot. I was like, imagine I'm like, and I'm so much hotter. And she was like, oh, debatable. I was like, that's so funny. But then honestly, I was like, now that I'm like seeing this, like it does look weird. So we need to like add that part in. There was a few times I want to post the full speech.
Oh,
but I
don't
need it-
worry. I'll post it. I'll post it tonight.
No, well, I want to edit a few things because like watching it back, I was like, oh yeah, I lost my train of thought there and I was drunk.
My favorite was when you said shit, fuck 20 times, and I just
sorry.
no, I didn't mind. I was like,
I think it was
is her
10
mom
seconds
okay?
into
Your
it.
mom
she's
was
fine.
in the room.
She probably laughed.
Your parents.
Oh, your parents are so sweet.
So sweet.
I love them. They're
They're so cute.
they're the nicest
I've never
people.
seen my dad in a tux, and I was just like, you look so
You've never
handsome.
seen him in a
I
time.
was so excited.
Yeah, it was so cute.
That's really cute.
Yeah, my mom
I'd
didn't
met
wanna
your mom a
leave.
couple times before
Yeah.
this, but this was the most that I got to like talk to them.
Yeah.
So
She's
So
always.
sweet.
I think she gave me 3 of these.
Oh.
I was like,
She
I
kept on
love
going.
you. She's
Just by the
so
way, I want to
sweet.
say you're awesome.
Yeah,
I love
you guys are so cool. You guys are so awesome.
I just love you guys.
So
Like, yeah, she's
cute.
so
I honestly try to stop and talk to her as much as I could, like because
Every
we'd
time
be
every time
we'd
we
be
walk
walking
by.
past
But
each
here's
other.
the thing: she will not stop. Like,
Oh, I know. No,
she will
she's
not
sweet.
stop. She's so,
so
cute.
sweet.
Like your mom and
Wait.
his mom
Can I say something?
That's-
talk
Besties.
for hours.
Ow! I never worry about her with like that type of stuff. I'm more just
Mm-hmm.
like she will never take it personal. Like, so I'm always like, Mom, like let them go, like whatever. So that's why I'm always like, oh gosh, whatever. But she said the cutest thing the other night, like the night we came back, because they came here maybe around like 6 p.m. And I was
This is
like,
after the wedding.
after the wedding fully. So sorry, we're going forward. But I was like, oh, you guys should just spend the night here because like it's another like 2-hour drive for you. So just like stay. So we're like having dinner and she's just like saying how it's the best weekend ever. And like she's still on cloud 9 and da da da. You had just sent some of the photos. So I'm like showing them. And then she was like, I just love meeting all your guys' friends. And like, you know, it's just so cool seeing everyone together and all the love. And then she goes on to say literally that growing up, she like never wanted to introduce her parents to her friends, and she's like, not that I had many friends, they probably wouldn't have come anyway. And then her parents were like severe alcoholics, so she was also just like embarrassed of them in general. So then she goes, so I've always was scared that I've embarrassed you guys, like with Ash and I. She was like, I just never wanted to like embarrass you guys, so it makes me so happy I get to meet all your friends. And I literally I was like, I'm crying. And then I thought of my 12-year-old self who's like, Mom, oh my God, ew. You know what I mean? I was just like,
It
oh my
makes
God,
you feel
that's
so
so
bad if you
normal, though.
like disrespect them in any way when you're younger.
No, literally,
Like,
I was like, I was like, you're not embarrassing at all. And I was just like, I'm gonna stop.
how do they become like younger?
No,
Do you
right?
when
Yes, they get older and then they feel younger.
Yeah.
But it was so cute. So thank you for
Oh, of course.
talking
Oh my
her-
God, they're
to
amazing.
her. It meant a lot. She watches every episode.
Oh, she does.
She watches it.
Chris, we love you.
Anyway, back to speech. I had her printed out right before, and apparently it was like chaos because the hotel was like really backed up. So it was like taking forever. The shuttle was like about to go, and they're like, we need the speech. And I was like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it worked out.
Do you have? Well, before we get into the after party, what was your favorite part of the wedding so far? Because you can't don't say the after party.
Overall,
Yeah.
Because the
each
after
section.
party
I have to
was
say,
crazy.
I mean, I was looking forward to the after party the most out of everything. I was so excited. And so I could not wait for that because that was just like a crazy idea that I had. And I just was sitting with Jason. I was like, well, what if we did this? And then literally everything came true.
You literally said yes. I would imagine to everything that was yes. I want it there. Yes.
He made it happen. I literally was like, well, wouldn't it be crazy if we built? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. My favorite thing of the wedding is
Cal being obsessed with me at the altar.
Yeah, definitely that. Honestly, I think it was seeing my parents' friends. I grew up with all of them.
Yeah.
And so I haven't seen a lot of them in a while though, because, things get so busy. I don't have a big family. So a lot of my parents' friends who I call my aunts and uncles that I grew up with were there. And it was so fun to see them and like
I
be
get
an
that.
adult with them. I haven't like experienced that in a long time. So that meant a lot to me. And also they're all Korean. So I kept like hyping up. I'm like, you guys have to come to the after party. They're like, we're tired, but like, we want to come for you. And
Yeah.
when I saw them there, they were
bet.
so excited.
So happy
I was
they
like, you
stayed.
have to come. I built this quite literally for you, but it was really, really fun. And I think also one of my favorite moments of the reception was because Cal always tells me this growing up. He always talks about how his family would joke about how things just worked out for him.
Yes.
And one of my favorite moments
speech.
was Sam's speech when he goes, yeah, like things just always worked out for Cal. I mean, look around right now. And that was like my favorite.
Yeah, that was a really good
That was
line.
a really good line.
Yeah,
But, like
he
that's
killed
a
it.
joke they have in their family, which
Yeah.
it does though. Like everything always works out for Cal because he's a nice person.
Good.
Just killing it.
He deserves everything.
Sweet Cal.
Cal, like literally king shit, just
King.
killing it.
King Cow.
King. Oh, also
Cal.
my other favorite of the reception, you doing the full gnarly dance. That was really impressive.
Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't do it full. It was like 20%,
No.
but
That was a lot of it.
But I
Oh, you did the
surprised
chorus.
though.
You
I
did the chorus. I was
just the first
I
like
was
4 or
impressed.
5 seconds. Yeah,
No, I was really
that was for you
impressed.
guys.
Thank you.
Just wanted to surprise
it
you.
made a lasting impression.
He's like,
on
hey,
me.
I have your gift.
Everything.
You're good. That was really good.
I'll finish the rest of the 70% of the dance for you guys.
Okay, sounds
And I'll
good.
I'll do it out of nowhere. One day I'll just be like, hey guys, you ready? And I'll press the thing.
I would actually really like that as a wedding
All right,
gift.
thank you. Got you.
Okay, so then my second regret of the night, having 3 dresses.
Why?
Because while I loved the looks, not necessary looking back on it now, and I didn't anticipate the time changing. And I wish I had more time.
Oh.
I
Just
just
collectively, that was
overall-
probably an hour, right? Like 20 minutes each dress.
yeah, I would say probably
By the
at
time you
least.
get on the
Would you
golf
say it was
Count
like
it all.
waste of time
I
changing
think
dresses?
honestly, I think my regret they tie together. The second dress, because I had waited inside, I was waiting inside for so long because we wanted that reveal moment. I wish I didn't do the reveal, and I think that I would have been fine having time to change for the third, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just was like, oh my god, I feel like I missed
Gotcha.
out on so much. I don't even want to be here right now. I just want to wear the same dress. But I was like, if I bought the dress and I got to fit it and tailored, I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear it.
Yeah.
So I just so badly wanted to like be with everybody.
enjoy the
night,
Yeah. So I think that's my only thing where I'm like, I just wish there was more time in the day. I guess that's my one
Yeah,
regret.
it happened so quick.
So fast, but we went up and we changed, and Cal had an outfit change too, which he looked
I
so
love the
cute.
open bow.
The bow tie.
Like, that was so good.
So handsome. So we went up and we changed, and then we got right back out and we're like, let's go. So we get on the golf cart, and as we're leaving on the golf cart, we run into Alicia, who's going in a golf cart the other way.
She's sitting on Jason's.
Wait, no. Did you hear me go? I literally am like, we need to find Remi, and I go, Jason to Alicia.
No, where did you get us a walkie-talkie?
The guy driving the golf cart.
No.
Yeah. What was his name? Starts with a D.
Dario.
Dario. I was
Love
like, Dario.
him, yes.
Love him. I also did spill my Ollie hit my espresso martini that I was like holding out so it wouldn't spill, and then it goes everywhere. It was so funny.
On you or on Dario?
No, me and him.
Oh,
Me and Ollie.
Oh,
and then
okay,
Ollie
okay.
was like, that was my bad. And I was like, that was your bad.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
And I was like, oh, like we were looking for Remi, like, trying to find you. And then Jason's like, oh, we like just got to the after party. So we're like, okay, cool. So then, yeah, we crossed.
Yeah, we were going down. Oh, because we wanted to get to the after party early because we wanted to see it before. And again, the after party is what we were looking forward to the most because
Yeah.
we were just like beyond
was-
excited how everything worked
It
out.
was epic.
Wow.
And also, it was a really cool way to showcase so many amazing small businesses too. Like, it was just a really cool experience that like somehow worked out.
Everybody was running. Like, you don't
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Everybody turned into a child and was running.
For
and
Labubus.
I
Straight
myself,
for the Labubu.
I was everywhere as fast as I could,
Like a
trying
carnival.
to soak it. Like, it felt like
It felt like Neon Carnival.
like I was moving.
It did feel
trying
like a
to get
Coachella after party.
Remember
with
when I
that
said
lighting.
Zanyar? That's what
Yeah.
Tommy had told me. He was like, have you been to this like Coachella after party? I was like, no. He's
Crazy.
Because he was at one of my planning meetings. He was like, it's going to give that.
It was better than Zanyara after party, like you said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was so excited. And so I had known that everyone was going to have to shuttle to the after. Well, you didn't have to, but I didn't want to make people walk a mile to get to the after party. So we set it up so that everyone would be shuttled over, but we had us leave a little early so we could change and then go experience it on our own, which I'm actually very happy that we did that. That made up for all the other stuff because Cal and I was surprising Cal where he was really excited about their brass instruments at the reception.
Yep.
And so I surprised him with a sax player at the after party to play for him.
Oh, sick.
And so just for him, for like a little quick set, I will say we ran so late because we kept pushing things because it was just, I kept telling Jason, like, I just need a minute to sit. Like, this is going by way too fast, that it ended up being where he could only perform one song. But we got our one song. I know, because he left. And I was like, wait, where is he? And they're like, it was his time. And I was like, shoot. But Cal and I, it actually worked out perfectly because Cal and I got our one song. I had him play a Carly Rae Jepsen song, and it was just us two, and it was really special.
And me. The vlog footage is me also in there.
And I love that you were there.
No, it was so funny. You going, Tong Hulu,
Let's go.
Wait, what? Tongue?
Wait. It's so good.
I was so excited. So we're on our way down, and then as we're going down, another golf cart is coming up, and it's Alicia, Ollie, Lana, and her sister. And I had barely seen literally all of them the whole night because I was so busy talking to everybody else. And so it was so great because I was like, oh my God, all my people. Like, I'm so excited. And so then we're talking, and Lana's sister, Chuck, the whole night, she had been having like allergy issues. So her throat was like, was it closing?
What did she eat?
Definitely.
It was just like an allergy attack. Something happened where she couldn't, she was fine, and then all of a sudden she couldn't speak. So we were like on the back end trying to like help her out, whether it was like she needed medicine or tea or whatever it was. But she was such a trooper and like so sweet the whole night. And I kept being like, you can go home. It's like, it's okay. But it just so happened they were leaving. And so then I said bye. And then we get driven down to the after party. And Jason had surprised us with custom neon signs.
It was.
I didn't know those were a surprise.
Oh, I didn't know that was a surprise.
I loved
He's
it.
so sweet.
It was the best.
He was so grateful. He was so sweet because he kept being like,
In Korean too.
oh, I know. And like from the get-go also, I really bonded with him because he's Korean, but he was saying how when he was in the hospital, like we were so sweet and understanding throughout everything. When he was like, I know you were stressed and like you never, made it a big deal. And I was like, it's not like you woke up and were like, I think I'm gonna get a leg.
I think we get MRSA today on my kneecap.
MRSA. So he was like to say thank you. Like he got us these beautiful nails, which are at my house now.
It was the
You
first
guys-
thing, like
Yeah, it
when
was
we
really
were
sick.
pulling
I'm
up.
building out my house. My house looks like the after
It like
right now.
it needed it.
You
It,
should
like,
just change
I
that
feel like it was
front
like the
room.
perfect cherry on top.
You
to
know?
the-
Yeah.
I put the claw machine in there. I
Good.
put the neon signs in
I
there.
was gonna say,
Sorry, what were you saying that as you pull up?
As we were pulling up in the shuttles, what you saw was those neon signs pulling up, and we were all inside like, whoa! Like that was so
It
hype.
needed the.
I love that no
Yeah.
one knew too, and because what Cal and I kept saying is like an after party is always an afterthought. It's just like a couple handles and like some music, which is totally fine.
A couple handles and some
and some
music.
music, which is fine. But like we
Yeah.
wanted to go
No, it was
all out, and we also knew by that time we would actually be able to like enjoy
Dance.
So that was
Yeah.
more for Cal and I than anything
Yeah.
too. And so what we decided to build out was similar. Alicia and I, when we go to Korea, our favorite place, which we're going to take you guys one day, is called the Myeongdong Night Market, which it is a tourist trap, but like we
Oh.
love it, and it's just huge stores and then like normal stores like Zara, like Korean skincare, makeup, all the things, clothing stores. I don't know why I specifically said Zara, but there is a Zara there. And
that's where we get dropped off for the.
that we know that. Yeah, that's where our taxis take us to.
taxis.
And then there's just carts on carts and carts of Korean street food.
So good.
And so Jason being Korean, I was
want
like,
some now.
wouldn't it be so sick if we built out like a night market? And he was like, I'm on it. So we got to work with a couple really amazing small businesses that are here in LA. I'm going to shout out Soulmates, SEOUL Mates, in downtown, I believe it is. They do Korean street food. So she was amazing. Her name's Christina, and she like let me pick from a whole menu of stuff. They went viral for this bulgogi grilled cheese.
the best.
It was insane.
And the sauce to dip it in.
Yes, that's what she said. She was like, you need the sauce. I really wanted like tteokbokki, which is the Korean rice cake, spicy rice cakes. I wanted
what was the skewer thing that we had?
that's it. Yeah.
That was
spicy. Yeah.
crazy.
That was Korean fried chicken.
is there a way we can get this now
We can
because
go to
I
her
missed all
restaurant.
of that?
We should go to a restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I only got the
I
Tom
wanna-
Hulu.
I wanna
And the
experience it.
Domino's. I did have the Domino's.
That was amazing.
I
We had a
needed that.
Habit truck.
I had-
which was
so
there.
that's what I ate. Habit. That's
I
all
heard.
I
I
ate.
heard
love
you.
the
I heard
Habit.
you were going crazy, being like, guys, there's a Habit truck. There's a Habit
I did
truck.
a whole
Believe
food
that,
review.
though?
I did a whole review.
It was insane. There was the Habit truck. We had Domino's also there, and then the night market was built out to literally look like Korea. So there were like the string lights. We had the little colorful stools. Alicia knows. And then one thing I really wanted was Tong Hulu, which is the candied fruit that Alicia and I
So
I had so
love.
much.
Good.
So
Which one was
much
the
of it.
best one? Strawberry?
I love the grapes.
Oh,
The grapes are the
There's
best.
something
Yeah.
about the grape, like
Yeah.
the shatter with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
shape of the grape and the
Yes.
inside.
They're easier to
I
He
agree.
was
It just
amazing.
works.
It's called King Tong Hulu in K-Town, and he actually like
Guys,
owns a business
let's
that I've seen on
go.
TikTok. And so when
now.
I wanted to do Tong Hulu, I literally DM'd him. I was like, "Do you do events or like, is there anything you can do?" And he was like, "Either you can." I can make them and you can pick them up and take them there. Or
Having
if they
it
have
fresh.
hot running water and like a power outlet source, I can do it fresh. And I was like, let me figure it
You're
out.
like, power. That's all you need.
That's all you
I'm trying to remember
Power to you, baby,
the
let's
setup
go.
that they had. Was it like who made this? Who did the
the
setup?
little white tents.
I'm trying to remember what it looked like.
So when you walked in, it was the like bulgogi
I remember
grilled
they were
cheese
like on the
right.
side, but
Yeah.
what was it like?
It was like
tents.
under like a white tent.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
very like we were trying to build
Like
that like literally
pop-up
like the
type.
Meow
Yeah,
Young Night
okay,
Market.
okay.
And then the
Aw, she wants the grilled cheese. My baby. She wants Tong Hulu.
She does want tongue hula, I could tell.
And then
Tong
no,
Hulu.
you know what I loved was the little drink
Oh my god.
fridge
Insane, right?
yes.
with
the
the
banana
Pocari
milk.
Insane.
sweat.
Obviously a big part of
I
Korean
missed
culture.
all that too. I'm so pissed.
Wait,
We were at
Zane,
the
it
bar.
was iconic. There was
We were
It
taking
was.
shots.
in Korean culture and at the convenience stores they're really popular because they have these little freezers where they have cups of ice and then they
so
have like
good.
bag drinks and different drinks, and so they literally had a freezer with ice cups and then you could have your own drink there.
Damn.
It
It
was
like
amazing.
sometimes I'm like being drunk sucks because it just
It
like
does
you
suck.
like it just goes away.
it goes by too fast.
versus like let's walk around and see
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Maybe-
And then the star of the show, which was a last minute idea that I had that I somehow pulled off, was a crane machine. Well, actually, there was the merch booth, and then there was the crane machine.
merch booth was
Also,
insane.
merch
booth was
store.
awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
Yeah,
a
no, it
store.
was
a
It
whole
was like
store.
a
It was a
pop-up.
storefront.
A merch
It was a
store,
pop-up.
which I was inspired by Heath because literally you had similar hats at your wedding that everyone wanted.
House of
I
Bizarre.
actually Joe Volpus did hats, and that's where I was like, I loved that. So I asked Joe, I was like, where did you get those hats made
Oh, it was
from?
the same guy.
Yes,
I love
so
him.
I
Coda and
did
are
it from
friends
him,
now.
and then that's when I connected you with them as well.
of mouth.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Old school hats.
It was so great. We did hats. We did sweatshirts because
Scarves
honestly,
were-
I only did this because I was like, I'm gonna get cold and I want something cute to wear. So then I just was like, well, I have to
And
share.
people always do get like they love when there's like hoodies at night because
Yeah.
And-
girls always get cold.
Here's the thing: no one in life loves free things more than Asian people, specifically Koreans, and influencers. So people were going batshit crazy.
Bananas.
Batshit crazy. We had slippers, sunglasses. The bandanas went so fast. I wish I
love
bought more.
I love mine.
I wish I got more. That was from a sweet man in Guatemala on Etsy. I had the best time designing everything.
So I need merch and I also need Labubu. I didn't get a Labubu.
You need Labubu.
I didn't get a Labubu.
I need Labubu.
I need
I
Labubu.
need a Labubu.
Did a lot of people
'Cause it-
win a Labubu?
I had. Here's the thing. I knew it'd be popular. So like maybe like a week and a half before the wedding, I was like, okay, well, I didn't put Sunny Angels or Labubus in the wedding at all. And while yes, tasteful, not on brand. But I didn't want to do like, I know I've seen a lot of people do like Labubu tosses where instead of a bouquet, they throw a
Okay.
Labubu. And I was like, it's not my vibe for the wedding. But I feel like we need a tasteful amount. As
obviously.
tasteful as
Did you do a
claw machine can be.
bouquet throw?
I did.
I caught
She
it.
caught it.
I don't remember seeing that.
Your eyes
caught
were
it.
closed, babe.
It's in the vlog.
It is in the vlog.
My eyes were
I see
closed.
your eyes were closed. You were at the bar and your eyes were closed.
no, literally.
Really?
Your eyes were at the bottom of the
Probably.
shot glass.
I thought like you saw me with my eyes
No,
closed. I'm like,
She caught it. It was so exciting.
And it
I
wasn't
wanted you to
planned.
catch it.
I knew you wanted me to, but someone else had it and then it fell. And then I was like, well,
Well, here it is.
and then I.
wow.
Here it is. Queen who caught it originally.
Queen
Love
shit.
her.
Mm-hmm.
But I had this idea and I was like, I really want to do a claw machine because it's very on brand. And somehow we were able to make it happen. And Cal and I decorated it to like match the
I
vibe of
loved
the
the
wedding.
decorating.
And honestly, that was a really fun project for us to do before the wedding. We like devoted a whole day and we like decorated it with like little pictures and stickers and then filled it with Labubus
So
and Sunny
cool.
Angels and Jelly Cats. And that was the star of the after
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, y'all
Beyond.
fucked
People
that
were
up.
freaking. It was.
They're hard to
Freaking-
get.
I
It
can't
was
believe how
it.
long the line was. It was the whole wedding.
The
It
whole
was in that
night.
line, and it
I won
wasn't
one.
moving. And I literally, I think I filmed something for the vlog. I was like, I can't because the whole thing was empty. The whole event space was empty. The only people that were, it was this long line waiting to get a
Everyone was
Labubu.
alive for
I'm like,
Labubu.
this is embarrassing.
I'm happy that I did it, to be honest.
But it was
the
good.
star of
It
the
was a
show.
good call.
And
Did
I will
all of
say,
them get one?
yes.
The-
Everybody got a Labubu, or everybody who I didn't get enough for everyone because I didn't think it was going to be that popular.
Yeah, it was popular.
Right.
You guys, it was crazy. But I do own the machine now
Oh, cool.
because it was cheaper to buy it than it would have been to rent and ship to Santa Barbara. Like I was talking to companies and it just was like also
Insane.
a lot to figure all the logistics
You
out.
should start renting it
No,
out.
I think I might start a rental business.
You can
Yeah.
pay it
and I can
off.
decorate it for you if
That's
you'd like.
we have. There's friends that like they ended up just starting a business where it's like, oh, it's cheaper.
Like Booth by Brian.
Not only cheaper, but you make so
Claws
much
by
money.
Remi.
'Cause
Claws
nobody
by
wants to
Remi
buy-
Claws.
Remi Claus.
Claus. Honestly, though, like I was like at every event, I will have it there now
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
So I will buy a case of Labubus and I will put it in there, and you can come win one at my house.
Absolutely. I'm
Perfect.
done. Yeah, it was great.
So cool.
A+ wedding, 5 out of 5
you.
star.
Thank you.
Would go again. Would
Definitely
celebrate again.
recommend.
Would
Yay.
recommend.
No, it was unbelievable, Remi.
Yeah.
Like-
And I just got really drunk with all your friends and your family.
I have to say, you guys were like the talk of the town. Every single person I talked to
good.
loved meeting you too.
Oh,
Cool.
thank God.
Kaylee especially.
Thank you so much.
Intimate moment.
Yeah.
She actually really did that. She
Kaylee
loved you.
loved seeing you barge into the bathroom. on
All
her.
my parents, all the parents were like talking about how nice you guys were.
Oh
my God,
that makes me
amazing.
happy
Thank
to
you.
hear. Yeah, it was fantastic. Like genuinely so much fun. And it flew by for us, so I know it went fast for you.
I'm sad. I want to do it again. The next morning, I was like, just give me a do-over. I can do better.
No,
I
like
can do better. I'll eat.
Did he get like post? People get like post festival
Depression,
depression.
yeah.
Did
No,
he
it
get like
does- like
post wedding
I
depression?
feel like I'm still on the high of it,
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm
I'm still hungover from it.
I know. I literally for 2 days I laid and did nothing.
I honestly feel it just felt like a fever dream. Like it doesn't even feel like it happened. And then I look at the videos and I'm like, wow, it
It
happened.
feels weirder that it's done.
It feels that's
It's
just
just like
the whole
oh
era
my
is
sucks.
over.
My
It
first,
sucks.
even
Yeah.
the vlog of the day one vlog that I have, I like caught myself being like, oh, I can't talk about the wedding, and then I was like, wait, I can,
It goes
because
by
this
so
is
fast.
the wedding vlog.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's weird. And now it's just weird to be like talking
But just
freely
be-
about it.
Just because you want to remember everything and you want like I might film or I might hire a reality film crew
you should.
to really capture everything. Get those you know how Love Island they put those cameras everywhere?
Yeah.
Every event space, I want those cameras everywhere, and I will pay them create a whole
We would have
season
seen
for
some
me.
crazy
create
shit.
a whole show, a one episode show for me,
We would have seen
and
some
I'll pay
crazy-
them. I'll
At
be
the
like,
wedding?
this will be
Oh,
worth
yeah.
it.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
look back at this.
We
seems
would've
like
seen
something happened that we don't know about.
We'll save it for pretty basic.
You know what? Heath and I have something we're gonna say for Unfiltered.
right.
Okay.
You should save it.
No,
Save
we
it.
are. We
That
are.
story about that lady saying flee.
The what?
Oh, get out. Okay.
The what?
That was enough.
Remi, that was so good.
What? You know, good thing I didn't hear.
Like that story of the lady saying flee.
Did you tell him about your code word at the bar? Your
Yes.
your special
The-
drink?
Insane that you did that. Like the fact that you thought about me and made sure that I had new brews at
Yeah.
your wedding was
were
very,
a
very,
hit.
They were a hit.
very sweet.
I had
Thank you
a
for
couple,
that.
of course, a couple friends that were sober that not that I forgot they were sober, but I correlate new brews with you in
Uh-huh.
my brain. And then when I was talking to them, I was like, wait, would you be interested in trying?
They loved them.
And I got
They loved them.
They were obsessed.
I'm actually really,
Obsessed.
when you had said you did that, I was like, Remi, like, we
was
can
really
bring some for
sweet.
Heath. Like, you don't need
No,
to
that
handle
was-
that. And then, of course, just like every fucking thing with this wedding, I was like, damn it, that was really good.
It was very thoughtful.
like,
so
like
thank
you being so busy, but then also it's like, obviously you need a claw machine and obviously you have to decorate said claw machine and obviously who else is going to do it? But then it was it's always such a hit. So then I'm like, damn it, it was worth it. But I'm like, Remi.
I think that's my thing too. Looking back, I wish I had. While I'm so appreciative and like I love all these last minute ideas I had, I wish I had spent the couple days before just chilling.
Yeah.
Because I think I would have been able to take in more. I think it was so go. Oh shoot, wedding's here.
And
Okay,
it's
it's done now.
happening.
Yeah, I wish I had taken a couple days.
I think that's a good way to like do it in the future for any person
Yeah,
having
if
a
you're
wedding.
listening, yeah.
Set it up where you do rest the 2 days before.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
I
all
just do
ready.
feel like you would find something.
That's the thing. For
Yeah.
me as a person, there's no world where that would have happened. And the wedding went so perfectly for me. But if I could do something differently, I think I would have planned it to be a little bit more relaxing before.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it was relaxing for everyone else.
Good.
Like, it almost was like everyone kept being like, "Oh my God, you must be so busy. Like, I'm so sorry to bother." I was like, "No, literally. Like, I feel like I should be doing more because you had everything covered."
But that's what I wanted. That's why I literally had someone help me with my dresses. That's why I had like everything handled so that you could have the best night of your life.
Me filming TikToks.
As you should. As you should.
It was unbelievable.
It was great. So everyone go watch the Patreon vlog.
You didn't get one TikTok done for you.
For me?
Your wedding.
Oh, I thought you meant for him for Remi's. I was like, what?
No. For he's like, damn, we couldn't even
Drive
think about.
with me to Remi's wedding. That'd be good.
Good.
And obviously go watch Remi's content and go like
Thank
her exclusive collab with Brides Magazine.
Yeah, her Instagram is now Mrs. Remi.
Mrs.
So you might want to
It
check
is.
that out.
Oh, and go pick up the Sunday paper if you can.
Okay.
Cal and I are in the Sunday paper this weekend.
Wait,
Of New York
what?
Times.
We're in the New York Times.
No way.
Wow.
We
What?
did
You need to frame it and put it in your bathroom.
Yeah, we're
Very
going
cool.
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? On page 40?
At least she's
Honestly,
in it.
Yeah, right? I don't even know what page 40 means. The page 40 could be fucking
I actually
amazing.
don't know. I hope I'm next to
It's
the
like the
comics.
center.
though.
Yeah, right?
Next to the comics is so good.
Wait, on the actual newspaper.
The
we-
physical.
It's crazy how
really
like
cool.
newspaper's still a thing. Like they just have it still. You know, because everybody, it's like we're paperless
It's
now.
iconic though. Like the
Yeah.
New York
Yeah.
Times, like getting the little paper,
No, I
Cute.
know. It's crazy.
little coffee, a little pastry in the morning.
No, I know. I get it. It's just like our times now is just crazy. It's still like get these papers out, get these newspapers out.
Let's bring it back.
I think we should too. I
Bring
like
back
it.
Well, we're
Coffee
going Sunday to
and
get
papers.
some.
Yeah, you guys gonna come?
You're
We're going to the
where
newsstand.
you're going to New York?
No,
The one right here?
here.
Yeah.
I'm going to New York this weekend.
Oh yes, I forgot.
I'm going to the Hamptons.
Oh my God, that's
Technically-
right.
It's my first time. I've never been in. I don't even know what it looks like.
Oh, you got to go to that one place that everybody goes and eats like the $95 shrimp cocktail thing.
Okay.
Do you know what
Okay.
I'm talking about?
Oh,
There's
no.
like it's like an outdoor restaurant club
So,
moment.
Palm Tree Club.
No.
Do you want me to look up shrimp cocktail $85?
No, I see it on TikTok
$85.
all the time. Hold on,
$85.
here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
I don't even want to Google it because I just want to be surprised of what
Yeah.
I'm about to walk into.
Yeah. Wait, for Pretty Basic tomorrow, we said you should wear your wedding dress.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
you
so
should.
honest. I don't think I'll be able to wear it because it was so tight on the day of, and I've again only been laying horizontal eating, which has been beautiful and amazing. I don't think it'll be comfortable.
Why
doesn't
don't
need
you
to be
wear?
laced up.
Why don't you
I
wear
could-
my
I could
my
unzip it.
tissue paper dress, wedding dress?
Oh,
would you like to
honestly,
create
I know
it?
a really good
Sorry, my
designer.
toilet paper.
People said you ate on that. You see that?
I
Then
know.
I
Like,
did
wait,
see
why was
some
it
pe-
gorgeous?
Yeah,
Because I'm a fucking design. I'm a fucking. Look at me.
Yeah.
It's the watch.
Look at my
New
watch.
persona.
Look at this
Hi.
on.
It's weird
550.
how
Five.
thing. Like now I have to sit and think when I look at a clock versus like because we're just so used to seeing the digital.
Digital.
Like a real
Really?
one. Like in school it'd always be like it's just there, and then now I'm like
I have friends that have military time on your phone. I'm like, oh, like just
I used
chill the
to.
fuck out.
Pick me.
What do you think you are?
Pick
What?
me.
Like I know. I know. Every time they look at it, they're going,
no.
What are you doing? You're making
It's
life
not
harder for yourself.
fast. It's not like you have to do the conversion in your head. That takes time.
And it's not cool. You're not cool. It doesn't make you cool. that you military time.
Are you that fucking confused during the day? You don't know if it's morning or night?
If you're not a veteran, don't put military time on your phone.
I've never looked at the clock at 7 a.m. and gone, wait, is it PM? Is it night?
Thank God.
Are you that fucking confused?
Thank God.
What
I
about
have
people
military
in
time on.
Alaska though, where it's sunlight all the time?
So
Do they
real.
get a pass?
They get a pass.
Okay, they get a pass.
And
Yes,
pilots.
yes. Because they actually need
Pilots?
to.
Oh,
Yeah.
For what reason?
Different time zones. Like
Yes.
know.
Okay. They're exempt.
I can see you marrying a pilot.
what does that mean,
I
first
just
of
see you
all?
with a pilot. It's just like I just pictured in my head. Is that weird?
Is that a good thing or a bad
I
thing?
don't know.
I can't tell.
You caught the bouquet. I don't know. What if you go on a flight and you look at the pilot like, "Thank you for getting us here so safely."
Wait.
And then you like it. It's like Pilot Pete.
I was gonna
You know
reference
Pilot
Pilot Pete.
Pete.
How do you know who
Pilot
Pilot Pete is?
Yeah, we go way back.
You know Pilot Pete?
Yeah.
Shut up, how?
I'm like fucking really close with him.
and you have an intro to
why do you
us?
listen to anything he says?
I know.
Can we end this episode, please?
Yeah.
We've been recording for 3 hours.
Okay.
How long
Make
have
sure
we
to check
been
out the
recording for?
Patreon. You got to see the vlog. You got to see the wedding. Make sure to check out everybody else's stuff.
Go listen to Pretty Basic.
Love
Go
you.
listen to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. These fucking plugs. What
Bye.
else can we plug in?
Alicia on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, at Zane on Instagram.
At Mrs. Remi.
I was actually
Ashton.
Twitter like I use it.
Twitter, not X.
Love
Oh,
you.
I meant
Bye.
X. Yeah, we love you guys so much. Thank you for being with us. Congratulate Remi and Cal on all their shit.
Yeah.
We
All
love you
their
so much,
shit.
and thank you. And see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Mwah. Toodles.